The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome out to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard, Kansas for the latest edition in the long-running rivalry between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me Jess Murphy, and we've talked about it before, whether these two schools are playing basketball, football, checkers. It's going to be a nip and tuck affair with a highly involved crowd.
JV girls basketball.
That's right, the JV girls game. If we can transfer this atmosphere to any varsity game for the rest of the season, we'll be good to go, because both crowds fired up for this matchup here between the varsity or the JV girls teams between Girard and Frontenac. We do want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. We'll step away for our first break of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We come back, we'll get that rolling, give you your keys to the game, talk starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off of the girls' matchup here tonight between the Raiders and the Trojans. We'll also let you know how this last 6 minutes of the JV game plays out. You'll kind of be able to see it going on in the background behind us, but it's a rowdy affair here tonight between these two teams. The loudest I've ever heard this gym for a JV girls game, no doubt. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back here getting ready to watch the Trojans and the Raiders coming up on Girard Sports Live.
Crocan has been serving the area for 70 years, and our employees are truly what sets us apart. Not only do they provide the best high-speed internet service available, they live and work where you do. They care about the company, our customers, and our community. They donate, they volunteer, and their investment makes us different. When you call, you get a local voice to solve your problems and keep you connected. We could not do it without their passion and hard work. Thank you, Crocan employees, for making us the best.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back to Community Bank and Trust pregame show, brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, Jess, as we kick off the pregame show, the Girard girls are going to be our first game tonight. They come in 5-2. Coming off a 45-40 win on the road at Riverton. What was that, Tuesday night? And the Frontenac girls, they come in 4-1. Their only loss back on December 12th. 9-point decision at Bonner Springs. And then they're coming off a 49-26 win at Galena back on Friday night. So a couple of good teams had a lot of success early on this year, and you know they're going to test each other. They both like to get after it defensively. They like to make it difficult for you to even get into your offense. So I think the key tonight for the Lady Trojans is going to be to preserve possessions, take care of that basketball.
I wholeheartedly agree, and, you know, free throws, excuse me, they're just Frontenac, talking to Frontenac coach Scotty Fields, he thought they've had a pretty good season. He's, of course, it's all coach talk when you talk to the coaches back and forth, and had a good week of practice. Getting to that mid-season turn, you kind of know your identity. You've kind of figured out who you are, and you're right. We talk about it. They'll both be kind of an in-your-face type defense, and then they'll come out and probably back off in a zone all night. But so, you know, the Trojans like to shoot up the 3-ball, so if those shots get to falling, then I think we'll pull out of here.
And the Trojans, a lot of their reserves playing in this Rock'em Sock'em JV game right now, and we've seen Carson O'Ran go down a couple times, and of course Kennedy Keller and Marley Sisney have been out on the floor a lot tonight, so they're gonna be definitely warmed up by the time that varsity game starts here in about 15-20 minutes. Those keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have years of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Visit them at the intersections of Highway 69 and 400 south of Pittsburgh, or visit their online showroom at evansmotors.net. We'll step away for our second break of the pregame show. We'll be back to talk starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off from here in Girard, and still watching the back-and-forth action here in this girls JV game going on in front of us. Great atmosphere for basketball here tonight in Girard. If you can make it out, come visit Ted R. Taylor. If not, settle in with us. We'll have both games for you here tonight, the Trojans and the Raiders, coming up on Girard Sports Live.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer, rock leveling, and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
Welcome back out to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. About a couple minutes left in the JV girls game. Trojans leading it by 9, as you can see right there. Where are we here, Jess, in this pregame show? I think we're at starting lineups.
I have those.
Seems to be. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a shot at them. Take it away, buddy.
Well, for your 4-1 visiting Frontenac Raiders, they're going to start. They're a pretty senior-heavy team. They're going to start senior number 1, Riley Green. Senior number 4, Ruth Frederick. Senior number 14, Abby Beeman. Senior number 22, Maddie Ham. And a junior number 12, Addie Myers. And
a lot of experience.
Yeah. But as for your hometown Girard Trojans here, they're going to start 4 seniors as well. 21, Riley Brooks. 22, Peyton Brooks. 23, Bailey Bradshaw. number 50, Hayden Buckley, and they're going to also start sophomore 5'10", number 14, Maddie Kester.
Well, if the varsity game is anything like this JV game, it's going to be a hell of an atmosphere here tonight in Girard. Those starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. Tell you what, these officials for this JV game are earning their money tonight, Jess. They're taking a beating.
Yeah, for both sides.
From both sides of this gym. It is a bipartisan crowd here tonight, but they are united against the officials here in this JV game. Oh, well. And it's been back and forth both ways. Frontenac's clawed it down to single digits. Trojans have pulled away. They currently lead it by 10, but no lead's been very secure in this game. And then there's a timeout away from the ball that costs Frontenac a bucket, and they'll talk it over. It seems that the league championship over the last few years and certainly the sub-state championship coming out of this corner of the state has always come down to the Trojans and the Raiders. And the communities know it, the teams know it, and so every time these two teams meet, it's kind of a playoff atmosphere.
100%. And then you throw in summertime AAU basketball where some of these girls are teammates, and so then the parents can maybe get to chirping back and forth in the stands, and it's quite interesting when you get a Girard-Frontenac matchup.
Yeah, you know, the only fights you don't want to jump in the middle of are family affairs,
right.
And this is a family affair here in Crawford County tonight. As the Trojans and the Raiders, I mean, they've been going at each other for upwards of 100 years. And tonight will be just the latest installment. We get to tell some history tonight, buddy.
Yeah, and the first of the two matchups we get in our home court to where maybe we get the advantage. And then later in the season, we'll have to, of course, go to their house. And
Frontenac started the season off with a 52-50 win against Nevada, Missouri, and I think that was a cross-state tournament game of some sort. And thrilling win there. Followed it up with a win at home over Riverton, and then their first loss of the season back on the 8th of December. They lost by 17. I'm sorry, those are the boys. Never mind, Jess. We'll save that one for later. The girls, their only loss was back on December 12th. They lost by 9 at Bonner Springs. Last Friday, they won 49-26 at Galena. When I saw that they had a loss at Baxter, I was like, this is not the girls. Right. We're not talking about the girls here. And, no, they've had a heck of a season on the girls' side over in Frontenac. The Trojans with a couple of impressive wins this season, and their losses have been what you would call quality losses. A loss on the road at Nevada. That's a tough place to play and a tough team. Anytime you go across the border to play an opponent, you know it's going to be a tough one. So the Trojans would have lost to Parsons to open the year, and then a loss on the road at Nevada earlier in December. But since then, they've had a pretty good run with wins over Galena, Baxter, and Riverton. Most recently on the road at Riverton, 45-40 on Tuesday night. So both of these teams with a lot to play for here tonight, and certainly the bragging rights are not the least of it when you're talking Girard Frontenac. You talk about the parents, they chirp at each other all week, not just here at the gym. So
social media.
Yeah, you get a lot of capital off of this one, you know. You going to that Chiefs game this weekend?
I am not, and I'm not even sure I'm going to get to watch it because I'm one of those guys that if they're going to charge me $8.
Yeah. But I don't know. Philosophically, I have a problem with a playoff game not being broadcast on television and having to pay for it. That's going to do it for that girls JV game. Trojans win it by 11, 47-36. So if you're a parent of a freshman or a sophomore, there's some bragging rights for you right there.
That's right.
Make the most of it this week. Get your money's worth. And got the Girls varsity game coming up on the other side. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Trojans and the Raiders getting ready to face off on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Getting set for the girls matchup tonight between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. The crowd already was here for the girls JV game, believe it or not, and it was loud and contentious.
Yeah.
And Trojans won that one by 11. Hoping for a similar result here in the varsity game between these two squads. Trojans enter the game 5-2, Riverton 4-1. Frontenac 4-1. Their only loss of the year at Bonner Springs, lost by 11. Trojans coming off a 5-point win at Riverton on Tuesday night. And then, of course, we got the boys matchup coming up tonight in the nightcap. Trojans entering the game 6-1, Frontenac 2-4 on the season, but got some good wins and some, understandable losses, I would say, for the Frontenac boys. We'll talk about that after the girls match up in our Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on the boys' side. Next week, the Trojans in action on the road up in Miami County for the Lewisburg tournament.
Hope your heater in your truck works, Josh.
Oh, it works.
Yeah.
It works. and it'll get a workout next week for sure, going up to Lewisburg darn near every night of the week. There were a couple teams dropped out of that tournament, so instead of getting 3 games that week, the Trojans will just get 2, but that's 2 on the boys' side, 2 on the girls' side, which means back and forth for you and I. And we may try and simulcast some of those games on Lewisburg Sports Live. So let me tell you, Jess, those folks are in for a treat.
That's right.
I don't know if they're ready for what we're about to bring to them, but we'll try and be nice and civil and professional.
Always.
But that's a stretch.
Right.
That's a stretch, bud. We got to get paid extra for that.
I got asked by a Frontenac parent when I was doing my little pregame coaches talks if I'm going to call a biased game tonight.
That's all we do.
Right.
We're delightfully biased.
And I managed to tell her that probably I will watch this game with my crimson and gold glasses on. So
like you watch every game.
I will do my best, but it won't be any doubt who I'm rooting for throughout this game.
Yeah, a highly subjective presentation coming your way tonight here on Girard Sports Live. If you're looking for neutral, move to Switzerland. That's what I say.
Yeah, Canada, eh?
You got to come down on the side of something. And tonight, this is going to be a competitive affair in both games tonight. The Frontenac girls, you know what to expect from them. It's the same thing every year. They're going to get after you defensively. They're going to try and disrupt your half-court offense. They're going to get after the ball, and they're going to get up and down the floor. So they're going to test the Trojans fundamentally, physically, and mentally tonight. And but these two teams have played each other a lot over the years. They know what to expect from each other. So look forward to a competitive game.
Did you happen to see the news coming out of Keisha this week?
Oh, the shot clock.
Yeah.
I saw that. It kind of gives me more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Schools will have the option whether or not to use the shot clock. And then my question is, say your girls coach doesn't want a shot clock and your boys coach does. Does that mean that you're using it in both games? If you use it in one, you have to use it in the other?
You have to use it in both.
Oh, man, I don't know. This could cause some internal strife.
And then all the verbiage I have received is when Keisha took the vote, 5, 6A classes voted for it, 4A and under voted against it. So they decided that they didn't want to split classes with or without a shot clock, so they're going to go a 1-year trial, no shot clock whatsoever in next year's postseason. So it'll just be, and if you implement it, it's at the varsity level only on both boys and girls.
But if you're not a shot clock school and you go on the road to a shot clock school, there's a shot clock.
There's a shot clock.
Okay.
And then I talked to both our coaches about it. They both said a typical what I expect from a coach when you ask them a question like that. They were neutral, didn't care either way.
Right.
Westcott did kind of hint.
Until you're going to try and hold the ball for the last minute of a game. And then
Westcott kind of hinted that he would like to coach with a shot clock one time in his career because he's always coached at the high school level. Herlocker just says he's got plays in case he ever does. He doesn't bother him one way or the other.
Right. A hurry up and shoot play.
Right.
Well, it'll be interesting next year without a doubt. And, as with all things Keisha, we'll just wait and see how it plays out.
It's got to be a money issue. I don't know what it would cost to wire in a couple shot clocks, and you probably have to pay yet another shot clock operator. I watched just enough, maybe college and NBA basketball, that even at the highest level, they're having stops and reviews. Did it touch the rim? Was it a shot clock? Does it count? I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't think our camera will be the official.
No, I hope
There's
not.
nothing official about us, man.
Right. But I am on record many, many times. I am for the shot clock.
Yeah, speed it up.
Yeah, let's get this game going. But talking to like Coach Herlocker, you take a little 1A school that's maybe not very deep or they're not very good, and you're pressured them at the half court, and now there's 5 seconds to go on the shot clock, and they just throw up a ball. Maybe it does tend towards a bad brand of basketball. I don't know. I don't like to stall. I like to see basketball get up and down the court. So
Yeah, I like to see shots be taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully it brings a more entertaining brand of high school basketball to the state of Kansas. And I don't want to be an old fuddy-duddy and object to it before I've seen it in action. So we'll just wait and see.
Yep.
Jury's out on that one. All right, we'll step away for another break. We'll be back. We're about 10 minutes away from tip-off here between the Trojans and the Raiders. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Girard Pep Band entertaining the crowd with the sounds of Billy Joel.
Uptown
I reckon a little Uptown Girl for you, buddy. In the past, we've called them Behind the Curtain is the name of the band, but that was when it was more of a power trio, less of an actual instrumental band like this. So, I don't know. I guess Trojan Pep Band will have to do. And we'll have the national anthem coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll carry that for you here on Girard Sports Live. I'm not sure if it's the band or the choir, but either way, we'll have it. And then tip-off from here in Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans and the Raiders facing off tonight in the, 40,000th matchup between these two teams over the last 100-some years. Carry the two.
Right.
Not sure. We're not mathologicans here. nor are we magicians.
Right. We've discussed many times how hard math is.
Math is very difficult, and is best left up to the experts. I'm going to have to add up scoring here today, and I wouldn't trust that if I were you, the viewer. All right, we'll step away for our final break of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We come back, tip-off from here in Girard between the Trojans and the Raiders. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
The 15-10, 5, Colt McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, it'll be a point for Baldwin. A first touch volley, the substituted freshman.
Fights forward, across the goal line, touchdown Trojans.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. A couple minutes away from tip-off here tonight between the Trojans and the Raiders on the girls' side. Trojans come in 5-2. Raiders 4-1. Their only loss on the road at Bonner Springs back on the 12th of December. Lost by 9 up there to, what is Bonner Springs? What are they?
4A, I do believe.
Well, yeah, we're just going to call them the Wildcats, when in doubt.
And yeah, here's what's bad. I was there Sunday.
You were there and you don't remember?
At their high school.
Short-term memory loss, bud.
Yeah.
At their high school.
I was at their high school for the 8-year-old wrestling tournament. I just want to mention real quick, just because my daughter's part of it, but there's the ESPN crew here for the Pep Club. They're over there just having a good time. So.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
Uh-oh.
the Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. In tonight's CNC League contest, we welcome our visitors from Frontenac High School. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise for the presentation of our colors and remain stand standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our national anthem is being performed this evening by the Girard High School Band under the direction of Mr. Lewis Hunter.
All right, a good rendition of the national anthem by the Girard Pep Band and Mr. Hunley. Getting set to introduce the starting lineups here tonight in Girard. We've been through all that.
Starting with the Lady Raiders, she's a senior, number 1, Riley Green. For your Lady Trojans, she's a sophomore, number
Riley Green's had a big role coming off the bench for Frontenac over the last couple of years. Kester's been both a reserve and a starter for the Trojans. And Riley Brooks, of course, I believe a 3 or 4 year starter for the Trojans. Outside shooting threat, defensive specialist for Girard. Her sister Peyton, Abby Beeman, also with a big role over the last couple of years for Frontenac. Jess, this one really could come down to which team takes better care of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Basketball's unforced errors.
Yep.
Because both teams are going to turn the other team over. So it's going to kind of come down to some unforced errors.
Tonight's opening tip brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Maddie Ham will jump it up against Maddie Kester for the Trojans. And we're underway here in Girard. The opening tip controlled by Frontenac. Abby Beeman with it. Off the glass, no good. Ham with the rebound. Dribble, gathers herself. Her shot no good. Tipped around. Out of bounds. Last touched by Bailey Bradshaw. The Trojans, it'll stay with Frontenac. Frontenac tough under the boards already here on this first possession. Looking to get it in. They'll get it into Green, into the lane. Shot on the way from Beeman. No good. Rebound tipped around. Loose ball comes to Ham. And the rebound off the missed three-pointer comes down to Hayden Buckley, and the Trojans will have it for the first time tonight. Kester, quick three from Maddie. No good. Rebound. Buckley along the baseline. Her putback off the mark. And the rebound comes down to Addie Myers of Frontenac. Not going to get a lot of second chances against this Frontenac squad, Jess. Ruth Frederick with it. And she's going to be whistled for a travel going into the lane, and that'll give it back to Girard. Another unforced error we were talking about in the pregame. Riley Brooks handling up the floor for Girard, setting up the offense. Peyton Brooks with it now on the wing in the corner to Buckley. Looks down low at Bradshaw, and they'll swing it back around the perimeter to Kester on the far side in front of that ESPN table over in the Girard student section. Kester drives, and she's going to draw contact and a foul. They'll whistle this one on Abby Beeman. That's her first team foul on either squad tonight. They'll get it in the corner to Kester. She'll try another three, and she hits. Maddie Kester breaks the ice for the Trojans. They lead it 3-0. Quickly down the floor come the Raiders. Myers with it. Gives it up. Shot is good for Abby Beeman and the foul. Beeman bringing the physicality. They're going to whistle the foul on Maddie Kester, her first team foul on the Trojans. Beeman trying to complete the three-point play, tie our game. Beeman hits, and we're tied at 3. 6:35 to play, first quarter. Trojans and the Raiders feeling each other out here in the opening minutes. Pass to Peyton Brooks inside. Her 10-footer won't go. We got a foul on the rebound. And it's going to be whistled against the Trojans, and that's Maddie Kester's second. And the new Keisha rule this year, as soon as a team gets 5 team fouls in a quarter, then it's double bonus time for the opponent, and it'll reset with each quarter. Frederick will handle it up the floor for Frontenac, cross the timeline, now gives it up to Beeman. Now Green with it. Trying to get it down low, and she does to Maddie Ham, and her bucket is good. 2-point lead now for Frontenac as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. This is Riley Brooks calling out the play. Swing it around to Kester on the wing. Now back out to Peyton Brooks. She's going to drive off the glass, too strong. Rebound comes down to Green. She'll handle up the floor, being guarded by Brooks. Short of the mark and out of bounds as Maddie Ham hits the floor. But the ball last touched by Frontenac. It'll be Girard basketball for 5:40 to play. Trojans trailing by a pair. I'm going to apologize in advance for what you guys may hear through the crowd mic tonight. It's on the internet, though, Jess. It's fine, right?
That's right.
No FCC violation.
We don't have a rating.
That's right. We should. Buckley to inbound. Gets it into Kester in the corner. Up top to Brooks. Now Riley Brooks will take a three and hits. That's good news for the Trojans with Riley Brooks finding her range early, and Girard with the 1-point lead. Myers brings it up the floor, now gives it up to Ham at the top of the key. Now Riley Green with it, working against Peyton Brooks. She'll put it on the floor. Looking for Ham in the lane. Tries to post, loses her dribble. Riley Brooks comes away with it for Girard. Ahead to Buckley. Off the glass and good. First points of the night for Hayden Buckley. And it's the Trojans by 3. Back the other way comes Addie Myers. Frontenac doesn't waste any time getting it up the floor. Myers kicks it outside. Shot on the way from Frederick for 3 is good. And we're tied at 8. Here we go, Jess.
Yep. Nothing that we didn't expect, is it?
They are who we thought they were. Peyton Brooks back over to Riley Brooks. What the heck? She's going to pull the trigger. A little short. And they're going to get a held ball on the rebound with Buckley battling Abby Beeman for it. And the possession will stay with the Trojans. Erica Boatman and Jari Adolph into the game for Bailey Bradshaw and Hayden Buckley. Both teams going to have to substitute quite a bit if they're going to keep this pace up. Adolph inbounds to Brooks. Dribbles in now to Peyton in the middle of the lane. Little 10-footer goes. Peyton has her first bucket of the night, and the Trojans lead it by a pair. Quickly down the floor. Ball ends up in the hands of Abby Beeman off the deflection, and her bucket's good. Abby's got 5 points tonight. We're tied at 10. Adolph with it on the wing, back up top to Riley Brooks. Free throw line for Peyton, over to Maddie Kester. She's going to drive high off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped around. They're going to say last touch by Frontenac. It'll stay with the Trojans as Adolph will inbound again. Got some substitutions for Frontenac as Lucy Anderson checks in along with Marley Stout. Peyton Brooks with the bucket there for the Trojans, give them the 2-point lead. Green gets it into the lane to Ham, but she's tied up, and the possession arrow is going to favor Frontenac. It'll stay with the Raiders. Got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans lead it by a bucket. 3:33 to play first quarter. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Matthew Ham with a 3-point bucket coming out of the timeout gives Frontenac a 1-point lead, 13-12 here as we tick down around 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Ham has 5 points. Adolph trying to get it down low to Boatman. She does, but it's poked away. And it'll stay with the Trojans, 3:09 to play. Adolph the inbound from the baseline. Good thing there's no shot clock on this possession, Jess. They'll get it in to Kester at the elbow. Dribbles out of trouble. Now back around. Karsten O'Ran for 3. No good. Boatman trying to get after the rebound, but it's out of bounds to Frontenac. The Raiders have a chance to build on that narrow lead. Riley Green throwing it in. She gets it into Lucy Anderson. Now back to Green, top of the key. Working against O'Rand, and then they're going to get Jari Adolph for a reach in on Green as she went by.
Give it to O'Rand.
Oh, they did.
Got her with the body.
That's O'Rand's first, third team foul on the Trojans. Green thought about a 3, now gets it down low to Abby Beeman. Her shot no good, rebound Boatman. O'Rand with it on the wing, looking down low, now kicks it back up top to Riley Brooks. Back to O'Rand into the corner to Kester. She dribbles baseline, And she's going to draw a foul on Beeman. That's 2 on Abby. And 2 team fouls on Frontenac.
Fouls on number 14, Abby Beeman, her second.
Peyton Brooks and Hayden Buckley check back in, replacing Maddie Kester and Riley Brooks. There's always a Brooks out there, Jess.
More than not.
Over the top, Oran thought about a 3, now kicks it around to Adolph. Was looking down low for Boatman, but they'll work it around the perimeter. And now Buckley will take one from the wing. No good. Rebound, Riley Green. Good position that time by Green. She'll bring it up the floor. Quickly ahead to Ham. Beats the defense down the floor. And Maddie Ham has 7 points. Frontenac leads it by 3 with about 2 minutes to play here first quarter. Boatman with it on the wing. Over to Buckley in the corner. She'll put it on the floor baseline. Pulls up for a 10-footer. Rolls off no good. Rebound comes down to Marley Stout. Quickly ahead to Green. And as she hits. Trying to catch who that was. A streaking 0-0. I think that's Ella Sullivan. Frontenac fans showing their appreciation. As there's timeout on the floor. Raiders leading it by 5. A 30-second timeout. Coach Herlocker wants to talk it over with his squad. And we'll stay right here.
But just what we talked about, rebounding, turnovers there. Frontenac was able to get on 2 or 3 fast breaks in a row and build a little 5-point lead here.
And if you're the Trojans, you can't get caught not hustling back on defense. And they caught them not this last time, but the possession before that. Finding Ham under the bucket wide open behind the Trojan defense. And both teams have had their moments here in this first quarter, but Frontenac's definitely been the quicker team up and down the floor. And we've said in the past you don't want to get into a track meet with them, but a lot of times if you're turning the ball over, Buckley's reverse layup blocked. And Anderson comes away with it. Now quickly ahead, shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Ham, put back no good. Anderson's put back no good. And Buckley comes away with the rebound for the Trojans. She'll handle it up the floor. O'Rand with it, top of the key. Now she gives it up to Boatman. She'll put it on the floor, into the lane, kicks over to Buckley. Now back to Brooks, middle of the lane, and Peyton's shot is good. Peyton Brooks, 6 points. Cuts that Frontenac lead to 3. Green quickly down the floor with it. She'll give it up to Sullivan. Now Stout with it. Green with the runner down the lane, no good. Rebound, Boatman. O'Rand will handle it up the floor for the Trojans. About 30 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Trojans don't look like they're going to hold for last shot. They don't. Buckley's 3 on the way is good. 5 points for Buckley here in this first quarter. Ties the game at 17. Green quickly down the floor as Frontenac trying to get a good shot off here in the last 17 seconds. Green into the lane, kicks out. Ham open for 3, and she hits. Maddie Ham showing off the outside touch. She's got 10 points here in this first quarter and has staked Frontenac to a 3-point lead. Buckley, baseline, and she stepped on the line. That'll give it back to Frontenac with 1.6 to play here in the first.
Number 13, Tinley Sullivan, and number 23, Skylar Hutchinson.
Skylar Hutchison and Tinley Sullivan check into the game for Frontenac, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Trojans trail it by 3. It was a back and forth affair. Frontenac leads it by 3 after 1. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Trojans with the ball to start the second quarter, trailing by 3. They try to get it down low to Bailey Bradshaw. It's tipped away. It ends up in the hands of Skylar Hutchinson. She'll dribble it down the floor. Now up top to Anderson. Rebound controlled by the Trojans as Riley Brooks going to come away with it. Buckley with it on the wing, gets it down low to Peyton Brooks. Her shot off the mark, ends up with Maddie Kester. Her putback, no good. Rebound comes down to Marley Stout for Frontenac, and she's taken out in the open floor by Peyton Brooks. In soccer, they call that a tackle, I believe. That's Peyton's first team foul on the Trojans in the second quarter. Anderson to inbound for Frontenac. Throws it in, gets it back. Gives it up to Tinley Sullivan. Now Hutchinson into the corner. Shot on the way from Anderson, no good. Rebound comes down to Buckley as she rips it away. And Riley Brooks will handle it up the floor for Girard. Over to Buckley on the wing. She'll take the 3. In and out. Tipped around. Kester comes away with the loose ball. Back to Buckley on the blocks. Her shot no good, but she's fouled, and she'll head to the line. Trojans being aggressive, going to the basket. It's a good sign tonight if you're a Girard fan. And they got Skylar Hutchinson with their first foul. Buckley's first free throw, no good. Every opportunity to score tonight, Jess, is important for both of these teams. Buckley's second shot won't go, but Bradshaw with the rebound. The putback won't go. A lot of contact on the rebound, and they're going to say that Kester stepped on the end line going to save the ball. So Trojans come up empty on that possession. And Anderson to inbound. She gets it back and will handle it up the floor for Frontenac. Marley Stout with the three-point attempt. No good. Rebound comes down to Kester. She's going to push it up the floor against the numbers. And they're going to get her with a double dribble. And that'll turn it back over to Frontenac. Just not a lot to work with there for Maddie. She should have slowed it down and waited for some teammates.
1-on-3 there.
Frontenac gets it in. This is Sullivan. Ahead. The shot by Stout, no good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be Girard basketball. Some of the younger players on the squad out on the floor right now for Frontenac, and see Coach Field starting to get some of his seniors up off the bench to get them into the game. Bradshaw with it down low, kicks it out to Kester. Maddie back down into the paint to Bradshaw. Up and under off the glass is good. First bucket of the night for Bailey Bradshaw. Cuts the Frontenac lead to 1. Stout being guarded by Peyton Brooks. Gets it over to Sullivan. Back up to Stout down the lane. Her shot deflected by Bradshaw out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontenac. 5:32 to play first half. Got a line change here for Frontenac as Riley Green, Ruth Frederick, Maddie Ham check in. Adolph and Sisney into the game for Girard. Pass into Green on the baseline, trying to get it down low. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Girard basketball. You see Ruth Frederick was the last one to touch it for Frontenac. Bradshaw with it on the wing, gives it up to Adolph in the corner. She'll take 3 off the mark. Rebound tipped around, comes away to Frontenac. Passed ahead to Riley Green. Her pass ahead to Addie Myers. The shot won't go, and they got a foul on the rebound. And I think it's going to be against the Trojans. foul's going to be on Marley Sisney. First on Marley, second team foul here in the second quarter. Green into the middle of the lane to Stout. Back up top to Addie Myers. Now she'll pass out of trouble back to Stout. They get it down low to Ham. Her shot on the run won't go. She goes down hard. Trojans back the other way. Brooks driving, and she's going to be fouled, and we'll head to the line. I think they're going to get this one on Frederick. We'll see. Nope. They got it on Marley Stout. That's her first. Just the second team foul on Frontenac here in the second quarter. Brooks at the line to shoot two. First one on the way is good. 4 points now for Riley Brooks, trying to make it 5 right here. Tie this game at 20. Erica Boatman checks in, replacing Bailey Bradshaw. Brooks' second shot off the mark. Rebound Anderson. Now Frontenac back with it on the offensive end. Riley Green gets it down to Anderson on the baseline. Kick back out to Green. Working against Peyton Brooks. Up top to Ruth Frederick, and she walked with it. A little too much action before the dribble. And that'll give it back to the Trojans here, tied at 20. 4:35 to play first half. Just your garden variety run-of-the-mill Girard Frontenac game here tonight at Ted R. Taylor, which means it's probably the best game going on in the area tonight. Going to have a foul as Riley Brooks drove into the lane. They'll whistle this one on Addie Myers. That's her first. Third team foul on Frontenac. Dry Adolph will inbound from the Trojan baseline. And up top to Peyton Brooks from the free throw line. Shot on the way is good. Peyton's feeling it tonight. She's got 8 points. Trojans up by a bucket. Shot on the way off the mark. Rebound comes down to Adolph for the Trojans. A bit of a hurried effort that time for Frederick. And Riley Brooks hits the three. Give the Trojans a 5-point lead. It could be the biggest lead for either team of the game tonight, Jess. I'm just going to go on a limb and say it is. Ham gets it down low, forces one up, it won't go, but she's going to draw a foul on Boatman. And we'll head to the line to shoot two. That's Erica's first. Third team foul on the Trojans, both teams with 3 fouls. And remember the Acacia rules, 5 fouls in a quarter, and the other team is in the double bonus. No more 1-and-1.
No more.
Ham's first shot off the mark. Addie Ham's having a heck of a game. She's got 10 points already. Probably about as many boards. And that one off the back iron, no good. Comes up empty. Trojans with it. Leading by 5, under 4 minutes. Boatman thought about a 3, almost walked with it. Now she give it back to Adolph. Brooks being guarded by Green. Back up top to Adolph. Jariah surveying the floor. She'll get up to Boatman, top of the key. Erica will pull the trigger on a 3 and hits. Boatman shoving off the range. Her first bucket of the night gives the Trojans an 8-point lead. Ruth Frederick with it now, being guarded by Marley Sisney. Gets it into the corner to Lucy Anderson. Now back up top. Ham with it, now back to Riley Green. Ham with it at the elbow, being guarded by Boatman. Gives it up to Myers. Now Anderson with it, back to Ham at the 3-point line. She'll drive baseline into Boatman. Elevates, shot no good. I think Erica may have gotten a piece of that. Rebound comes down to Riley Brooks. Trojans set up the half court. Peyton Brooks with it on the near wing. Over to Riley, top of the key. She'll pull the trigger and hits. Riley Brooks, 10 points. Trojans lead it by 11. They're bringing a little bit of full court pressure here. Myers breaks it across half court, gives it up to Riley Green, and the Raiders will set up their offense. Green kicks it out. Fredericks pass inside off the hands of Maddie Ham, and it will be Trojan ball. Oh, nope, they're going to say Trojans were the last to touch it. It'll be Raider ball. Some substitutions into the game. I didn't catch them all. I'll try and catch up. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, Maddie Kester. Ahead to Riley Brooks. Now she'll back it out. Top of the key to Boatman. Puts it on the floor. Kicks it out to Kennedy Keller. Just checked into the game. Now Buckley, top of the key. Pulls the trigger and hits. 8 points for Hayden Buckley. Trojans lead it by 14. There's a timeout on the floor. Coach Fields wants to talk it over. We'll take a break as well. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans lead it by 14 over the Frontenac Raiders, but man, it seems way closer than that, Jess. As Frontenac with the ball coming out of the timeout, Trojans showing some full court pressure. That ball tipped away, stolen by Maddie Kester, off the glass and good. 5 points for Kester, Trojans by 16. A lot of contact away from the ball. They're going to whistle that one on Kennedy Keller as she plowed into Abby Beeman in the open floor. Neither one of them had the ball. It was just a collision, a little meeting of the minds out there. And officials trying to keep this one under control to a certain degree. Whistle that foul against Keller. That's her first. Fourth team foul on the Trojans. That's something to keep an eye on here. Now Marley Stout with it, looking down low for looking down low for Maddie Ham. Gets it to her. Ham will put it on the floor into the lane. Now she'll back it out. Gives it up to Riley Green, who will launch a three off the glass. No good. Rebound tracked down by Erica Boatman, who out-physicals Abby Beeman to the ball. Riley Brooks will handle it up the floor for Girard. Over to Kester on the wing. Now Keller with it. Gives it up to Kester. Buckley, top of the key to Brooks, down low to Kester. Nice look to find Maddie Kester. Kester's got 7. Trojans building that lead. Riley Green trying to beat him down the floor. The ball poked away, and it's going to end up with Riley Brooks off the carom. 30 seconds to play here first half. Trojans trying to build on that lead. Kennedy Keller pull the trigger on a 3, no good. Rebound Buckley, reverse layup, no good. The rebound comes down to Stout. Green looking to push for Frontenac. That pass too far out in front of Addie Myers. It was the right idea. Myers had the defense beat down the floor, but the pass just too far out in front of her. And it'll go back to Girard, who can play for the final shot here with 12 seconds left to play. First half. Buckley with it on the wing. Down to Brooks on the baseline. Riley drives, and they're going to get a foul against the Raiders. Let's see who they whistle this one on. They whistle it on Maddie Ham. That's her first. Fourth team foul on Frontenac with 5.5. That doesn't really matter. These are two big free throws here for Riley Brooks as we're getting set to head to the locker room. Brooks hits the first. She could push this Trojan lead to 20 here with this next free throw. That one rolls off, no good. Rebound tracked down by Maddie Kester. Her putback no good. The rebound comes down to Stout. And there was a lot of contact, no foul call there. To end the first half, Trojans take it to the locker room, leading by 19. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics. You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan Athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. At the half, the Trojan girls lead Frontenac 39-20. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me Jess Murphy, and you are watching the GN Bank halftime show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those first half scoring totals. Jess, first for the Frontenac Raiders, are led in scoring by Maddie Ham. She's got 10 points. Abby Beeman has 5, Addie Myers with 2, and Ruth Frederick with 3 to round out the scoring for the Frontenac Raiders. For the Trojans, they're led in scoring by Riley Brooks. She's got 11. Peyton Brooks and Hayden Buckley have 8 points each. Maddie Kester has 7. Erica Boatman with 3. And Bailey Bradshaw with a bucket to round out the scoring for Girard. But if you're Coach Herlocker, Jess, you got to be pretty happy with the effort your team put forth there in that first quarter, or first half, excuse me.
I was going to say, well, about midway through that second quarter, those Trojan girls caught fire. They hit three 3-pointers to go on a little 9-0 run there, and before you knew it, they built a 19-point lead. I'll just be honest, Josh, I didn't see this taking place.
No, based on what we've seen out of these teams over the last couple of years, and based on Frontenac's record coming in, you just think that they give the Trojans a lot more trouble here in this first half. And take your hat off to these Girard girls. They've taken care of the basketball tonight, and they've been aggressive going to the bucket. They've battled under the basket, and they've done the little things that'll win you a basketball game here in this first half. They built up a 19-point lead, which, man, in high school basketball, it's hard to overcome.
That's a lot.
It's hard to overcome.
And they did a good job early in that first quarter. Frontenac had 2 or 3 breakaway plays. They've beaten that pressure defense, and Trojans made a few changes and stopped that and just played a really good first half.
That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. As we take a look back at the first half, Kennar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kennar Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KennarEyeCare.com. So Trojans in action next week on the road up in Miami County, taking on a host of opponents at the Lewisburg tournament.
I don't even know who's there. I assume Lewisburg.
Lewisburg will be there,
right.
Yeah, eventually you're going to have to play them. But aside from that, honestly, I've taken a look at the schedule, but I do not recall, and it is not saved on this laptop. So I'm not going to go digging for it right now because I might crash the internet, and we don't want that happening in the middle of a Frontenac-Girard game. So
heavens no.
No, the sky will fall. Pitchforks will come up the hill. So we'll just be content to not know.
We'll know when we get there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, sure.
So tune in
next week,
right? And we'll let you know who we're playing.
Yeah, if your kid's not at dinner, chances are they're in Lewisburg. And tune in to Girard Sports Live, and we'll have that for you all next week on the road up in Miami County. Is that the cider mill open right now, Jess? Can we go in there? I'm just trying to things to do in Lewisburg, other than refill your gas and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, eat a double Whopper with cheese.
Yeah, most of what I do in Lewisburg. But, yeah. All right, well, we'll keep an eye open for that. You guys keep an eye open for our broadcast next week as the Trojans travel up there for a mid-season tournament in Lewisburg. A lot of those Northeast Kansas teams, that's quality opponents. Get us ready for the run through sub-state and hopefully all the way to the state tournament. And one of the major obstacles to that are the Frontenac Raiders, and the Trojans girls doing a good job here in this first half as they lead it by 19 here at the break. We'll step away for another break. We'll be back for more of the GN Bank halftime show as we get ready for second half action. Then, of course, the nightcap, the boys game between the Trojans and the Raiders coming up after the conclusion of the girls game. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kennar Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennar Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you, and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, The professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Frontenac with the ball to start the second half, and they score quickly as Addie Myers cuts down the lane. Addie Ham found her on the run, and nice shot off the glass. Cuts the Trojan lead to 17 here early in the third quarter. Riley Brooks thinks about a three, now drives. Her shot off the glass no good, and she's going to have an offensive foul as she flew into Maddie Ham. That's Riley's first team foul on the Trojans in the third. Get it into Riley Green. She'll handle it up the floor for Frontenac as they start to get their offense set. She's working off a pick, and they're going to get a moving screen call against Abby Beeman. That's her third. And it'll turn it back over to the Trojans. 7:25 to play third quarter.
Right, and that's big on Abby Beeman. They're having three this early.
Yeah, one of the leaders of this team. And she kind of brings a physical presence out there. She tried to do that screen, but whistled for a moving screen. Brooks with it now. She'll stop at the free throw line. Shot too strong off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Addie Myers. She's trapped, looking for help. Gets it off to Riley Green, who will handle it up the floor for Frontenac. Green pulls up, her shot no good. Rebound Buckley for the Trojans. Back and forth we go. Peyton Brooks with it now on the far wing. Up top to Kester, over to Buckley. Her shot off the mark. Saved inbounds by Brooks, but right into the hands of Green, who will rush it up the floor for Frontenac. And her shot blocked from behind by Peyton Brooks. Nice recovery by Peyton, not giving up on it. And her pursuit pays off as it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontenac. Ruth Frederick to inbound for the black and white. Gets it into Myers, left open for three. She'll pull the trigger, short off the front iron. The outlet pass ahead to Maddie Kester beats everybody down the floor. And Kester's shot off the glass is good. 9 points for Kester. Trojans back on top by 19. Addie Myers handling. She'll give it up to Frederick. Now Riley Green with it. Green will set up the offense. Frederick with it on the left wing. Up top to Marley Stout. Has it poked away, gets it back. Her pass deflected by Kester out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontenac as they'll inbound from in front of that Trojan student section. Hostile territory over there. Green in the corner. She crosses over and then draws a foul on Peyton Brooks as she kind of stepped on her foot, rolled her ankle a little bit. I tell you, Jess, that doesn't feel good when that happens.
No, that hurts.
And Green doing a good job trying to walk it off. Lucy Anderson will check into the game and give Riley Green a chance to sit down for a minute and shake that off. Frederick to inbound from the Frontenac baseline. Over the top, they get it into Ham, and she's going to be fouled by Riley Brooks, who got tangled up with her trying to steal the inbound. That's two on Riley. Third team foul on the Trojans. They're starting to stack up here early in this third quarter. Trojans only have two more fouls to give over the next 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Frederick puts it on the floor, pulls up. Little runner is good. 5 points for Frederick. Bailey Bradshaw, she'll try a three, dead off the back iron. Probably not the shot you're looking for if you're Coach Herlocker. And here comes Lacey Anderson back the other way. Pass tipped away. Kester going after it. It's going to end up with an open three-pointer by Addie Myers. Shot won't fall. Rebound Frederick. Ends up back in the hands of of Marley Stout. And she's fouled, going to the basket. And she'll head to the line to shoot two. Let's see who they whistle this one on. They got this one on Bailey Bradshaw. That's her second. Fourth team foul on the Trojans. Now just one foul to give over the next 5 minutes. Shot is up and good for Stout. It's her first point of the game. Kennedy Keller and Erica Boatman check into the game, replacing Peyton Brooks and Bailey Bradshaw. Second shot is good for Stout. .15 lead now for the Trojans. Keller up top to Adolph. Tosses it off to Buckley through the lane, and they're going to get a foul against Frontenac away from the ball. And this foul is going to go against Marley Stout. That's her second. Second team foul on Frontenac.
I think she ran through a set screen.
I've been known to do that. Not because I'm aggressive, just because I don't change direction very well. I don't stop on a dime, you know. Brooks with it up top for the Trojans as they set up the offense. She picks up her dribble, now needs help, gives it up to Buckley. Over in the corner to Keller. She'll pull the trigger on a 15-footer, won't go. Rebound, Ham. Quickly ahead to Frederick. Now back up top. Ham open for three. She pulls the trigger, no good. Rebound tipped around, ends up in the hands of Keller. She'll give it up to Riley Brooks, who will jog it up the floor for Girard. 4:20 to play, third quarter. Trojans by 15. Brooks to the bucket. Shot won't go. Rebound to Stout. Now Addie Myers up the floor to Ruth Frederick. Frederick's picked up by Buckley at the wing. Picks up her dribble, has it tipped away, now gets it back. Now to Ham at the top of the key. It's Coach Fields calling in the play for Frontenac. Ham gives it up to Stout. She'll try a three. In and out. Rebound comes down to Ham. Over to Frederick. Puts it on the floor. Now gives it up to Addie Myers. Into the corner. Shot on the way for Anderson. In and out. Rebound tracked down by Keller. Buckley handled it up the floor for the Trojans as we're under 3.5 to play in the third. Boatman with it, top of the key. Now to Riley Brooks. She'll step into the lane, takes a shot, no good, back iron, rebound Keller. And she's going to be fouled after the rebound. I think they're going to get Marley Stout with this one, and they do. That's three on Stout. Third team foul on Frontenac. Maddie Kester into the game, replacing Hayden Buckley. And then we get Riley Green, Avery Johnson, and one more. I didn't catch the number. I think it's Taylor Kaiser into the game for the first time tonight.
Kester.
Kester's got 11. Trojans by 17. Anderson. Now Green with it. Ham with it under the bucket. She gets it to fall. 10 points for Ham. Trojan lead back down to 15. Kester with it on the wing. Up top to Adolph. She'll put it on the floor down the lane. And they're going to get a blocking foul against Ham. And it'll send Adolph. No? Maybe. I don't know if they're going to call that a shooting foul or not.
Foul on number 22, Maddie Ham.
That's
her second, team fourth.
Oops. That's Ham's second. Fourth team foul on Frontenac. They're going to call that in the act of shooting as Adolph hits the first. First point of the night for Girard. Peyton Brooks will sit. Sisney comes in replacing Kennedy Keller. So Peyton Brooks in for Riley Brooks, Sisney in for Keller. So it's Adolph, Sisney, Keller, Boatman, and Kester on the floor right now for the Trojans. The rebound comes down to Avery Johnson. Now a shot on the way. No good. And it ends up back in the hands of Lucy Anderson. Now Green with it. Off the glass, won't go. Tipped around again. They're going to say last touched by Maddie Kester, and it'll stay with Frontenac as they've gotten about 3 or 4 chances on this possession. Green trying to go cross court. It's picked off by Kester. Maddie off and running. Gives it up to Peyton Brooks on the run, and Brooks hits the layup. She's got 12 points, and the Trojans lead it by 18. Oh, they're going to whistle a foul on that one. After the rebound, I guess. I thought it was on the shot.
Nope. Yeah, it was.
And they got Taylor Kaiser with that one. That's her first.
Marley Sisney intercepted the pass, and she went over her back.
Sisney's first trip to the stripe tonight. Trying to build on this 18-point lead that the Trojans have here. Led by 19 at the half. Sisney's first shot off the mark. Second shot is good. Sisney into the scoring column. Trojans back up by 19. Bradshaw into the game, replacing Erica Boatman. Riley Green gets the inbound pass. She'll handle it up the floor for Frontenac, being hassled by Peyton Brooks. Now goes baseline to Beeman. She'll put it on the floor, working into Kester. Kicks it back out to Green. 10-footer is good. First bucket of the night for Riley Green. Cuts the lead to 17. Sisney around to Peyton Brooks. Now Adolph with it. Trying to get it down low to Peyton Brooks. She gets it off the glass and good. 12 points for Peyton Brooks. Sorry, make that 14 points for Peyton Brooks. Trojans back on top by 19. Green from the elbow is good. She's come alive here in this third quarter. She's got 4 points. Trojans leading it by 17. Under a minute to play, third quarter. They'll slow it down. Back over to Kester, and she's whistled for a travel before trying that three-pointer that went down. So that turnover erases 3 points and gives the ball back to Frontenac here with under a minute to play. Third quarter. Trojans by 17. That would have put them up by 20. That pass deflected and picked off by Peyton Brooks. She'll handle it up the floor for Girard. Shovels to Sisney in the corner. She'll drive, and she's fouled. Heading to the bucket. It's on the floor, but Keisha Rule, she's going to head to the line to shoot 2. And they whistle Taylor Kaiser with this. That's her second.
To the line, shooting 2, number 10, Marley Sisney.
And that's what being aggressive has bought Marley Sisney. She's a couple trips to the free throw line here in this third quarter.
Yeah, and watching her in the JV game, she likes to go to the rim.
Not afraid of the contact, that's for sure. It's the first. Addie Myers checks into the game for Frontenac. Replacing Green, I believe. Yep. Second shot on the way from Sisney, in and out. Rebound tipped around. It's going to come down to Beeman for Frontenac. And she's fouled by Kester after the rebound.
Should send her to shoot free throws.
That's 3 on Kester. Well, I guess just her second. We'll go with that. I had it as her third.
Right, she picked up 2 real early.
Apparently not, Jess. Apparently she's picked up 1 early. First free throw rattles in and down for Abby Beeman. She's got 6 points. Second shot on the way from Beeman is good. Trojan lead is 16. And Kester dribbles off her foot.
Ouch.
And then there's a collision and a foul against Sisney. And that will send Taylor Kaiser to the line for Frontenac. Her first trip to the line. Well, it's just not a good possession that time by the Trojans. It's a head scratcher, Coach. Yep. And rattles in for Kaiser. It's her first point of the game. Second one in and out. Rebound Sisney. She'll handle it up the floor for Girard. She's picked up in the open floor by Lucy Anderson. Cross-court pass mishandled, but Adolph comes up with it. Back to Peyton Brooks. Now over to Sisney. Thought about a three. Back up top for Kester. 13 seconds and counting. Sisney with it. Puts it on the floor. Now needs help. Into the corner to Peyton Brooks. Down low to Bradshaw. Off the glass and good. 4 points for Bradshaw. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Trojans lead it by 17. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Harley Stout and Carson Oran check in for Frontenac and Girard, respectively. Underway here in this fourth quarter. Trojans leading it by 17. Buckley straight away for three is good. 11 points for Buckley. Trojans by 20. This is Ella Sullivan handling here, working against Carson Oran. Now Maddie Ham with it. She'll back it out up top, being guarded by Bailey Bradshaw. Sullivan with it up top, needs help, and she's going to be fouled by Riley Brooks, reaching in. That's Riley's third, first team foul on the Trojans here in the fourth. Stops the clock with 7:23 to play. Girard leading by 20. Ruth Frederick to inbound, gets it into Sullivan. Sullivan picks up her dribble, now needs help, has it stripped away by Carson Oran. Here comes Oran the other way. Ahead to Peyton Brooks. She mishandles it, tracks it down in the corner. Back up top to Buckley, wide open for three. She'll take it. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Ham. I'm pretty sure she was out of bounds, but throws it in, and it's going to be a held ball. Possession arrow favoring Frontenac. Well, a lot of action, not much scoring here over this first minute of this fourth quarter. Only point so far, 3-point bucket by Hayden Buckley to start the period. Frontenac with it now, out ahead of the defense. Addie Myers, her shot won't go. Buckley with the rebound for the Trojans. And she'll handle it up the floor for Girard. Now Riley Brooks with it. Oran And Buckley on the wing. She'll put it on the floor up top to Peyton Brooks. Around to O'Rand on the wing, down low to Buckley. Nice look to find Peyton Brooks, but she couldn't handle the pass. And she'll dribble out of trouble. And a timeout. Coach Herlocker wants to talk it over with his team. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Rock'em sock'em action.
Yeah, Trojans probably shouldn't be in too big a hurry to try to score here. They're up 20 last quarter of the ball game, so they just need to work on their half-court defense.
No shot clock yet.
Right.
No need to rush.
Don't let them get behind the defense. They got lucky there, and Frontenac missed a wide-open layup, but you give them that many open chances, Frontenac, will catch fire and make one more little run here before this is over.
Well, Jess, I've got a pot roast in the oven at home. I'm just rooting for the clock.
Yeah, bragger.
Yeah, I'm almost tasted. My wife Jenny's spoiling me tonight. No Taco Bell for me on the way home. Buckley to inbound for the Trojans. Gets it over the top to Riley Brooks. Now Peyton Brooks with it, back to Buckley. Right in front of the Trojan bench, up top to Peyton. Out to O'Rand, she'll try a three, too strong. Rebound comes down to Marley Stout for Frontenac. Trojans try and trap her, but she gets it away to Ruth Frederick. We'll bring it across the timeline for the Raiders. Now down low to Stout, into Mia Ham. Into Maddie Ham, and she gets the shot up and down for Frontenac. Trims into that Trojan lead a little bit. Back on the other end, O'Rand with it. Up top to Peyton Brooks, now around to Buckley. Bradshaw with it, top of the key. She'll give it back up to O'Rand. Now Riley Brooks, back to Peyton on the wing, down low to Buckley. She heads straight out for the corner. And Bradshaw's reverse layup won't go. Rebound, Maddie Ham, and she'll handle it up the floor for Frontenac. Back up top for Frederick. And around, Sullivan with the long shot, way off the mark. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Peyton Brooks for Girard. As we tick down around 5 minutes to play in the game, Trojans leading by 18. O'Rand with it, picked up her dribble, needs some help. Gets rid of it to Riley Brooks. She'll put it on the floor going baseline, and she'll pick up a blocking foul on Ella Sullivan, who was hand checking her. That's Sullivan's first team foul on Frontenac in the fourth quarter. Maybe. Adolph to inbound from the baseline. Free throw line to Peyton Brooks. Up top is Riley Brooks. Adolph now back to Brooks. And they're working around the perimeter. Maddie Kester with it right now. Being guarded by Beeman. Peyton back around to Adolph. She'll put it on the floor and heads to the bucket. She's going to pick up a blocking foul, or a pushing foul, excuse me. And they'll get Ruth Frederick with that. That's her first. Second team foul. Coach Herlocker doing some serious lobbying over there in front of the Trojan bench. You got to work a little harder when the other team wears black and white. Boatman in the lane. Her shot is good. 5 points for Boatman. Trojans back on top by 20. Green with it, working against Peyton Brooks. And they're going to pick up a pushing foul against Peyton Brooks after some lobbying by Coach Fields. That's Peyton's third, second team foul on Girard. Peyton will sit Kennedy Keller into the game for the Trojans. Inbound pass by Addie Myers, mishandled, but Addie gets it back. Dribbles into the lane, kicks out, shot on the way from Beeman, high, off the mark, rebounded by Ham. She loses it, gets it back, and now there's a scrum on the floor and a timeout by Coach Fields of Frontenac to save the possession. And we'll wait and see with bated breath if it's a 30-second or a full 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
You know, Josh, you didn't used to be able to roll over when you had a hold of the basketball, but
Times they are changing, Jess.
I guess so.
That's the Euro roll. I think if it didn't used to be legal, but now it is, you just throw the word Euro in front of it.
And it counts.
It's all good, man.
Right. You take a Euro step, it's
Euro
not traveling.
step, not traveling. Euro roll,
not traveling.
Not traveling.
We're about 4 minutes from a Euro win right here. Don't want to put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, you count your chickens, buddy. Inbound it to Maddie Ham. She gives it back up to Green. Back out to Ham, open for three, and she hits. Trojans can't lose her on the outside as Maddie Ham now has 15 points for Frontenac. Trims the lead to 17 as we move under 4 minutes to play in the game. Kester with it on the left wing for the Trojans. Gets it down low to Keller, and she's in traffic. Gives it back to Boatman, middle of the lane. Erica kicks out to Sisney. And we got some sort of call against the Trojans. I believe it was a 3-second violation, maybe? I don't know. I didn't see anybody in the lane. But nonetheless, it's going to turn it back over to Frontenac. 3.5 to play. Fourth quarter. Riley Green walking it up the floor for Frontenac, being guarded by Keller. Gets it to Ham at the elbow. She'll give it up to Addie Myers. Ham gets plowed into. Loose ball. Rebound comes down to Jariah Adolph for the Trojans, and she'll handle it up the floor for Girard. Letting them play, Jess.
Yep.
Kester with it on the left wing for Girard. Now around to Adolph, into the hands of Sisney. Back up top for Adolph. She'll put it on the floor. Heads into traffic, needs help. Tipped away, and it's going to end up with Frederick. Now Adolph gets it back for Girard. A frenetic course of events here over the last 15, 20 seconds. Adolph over to Keller. Ends up in the hands of Kester. She'll just pull the trigger on a 20-footer. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Boatman. Her putback won't go. Gets her own rebound. And she's going to be, they're going to call a held ball. Wow. Oh, my. I'm waiting to see the possession arrows face favoring Trojans, so the Girard will inbound from their own baseline. Sisney to throw it in, Keller to throw it in for Girard. She steps up, steps back. Put your right foot in, take your right foot out.
She's like, just give me the ball, please.
Yeah, let's do this. Keller to inbound. Overthrows Kester, but it ends up with Adolph. No harm, no foul for the Trojans. Kester with it. Up top, she'll give it up to Sisney. Picks up her dribble, now she needs help. Looking for help, finds Kester cutting towards the basket. Maddie off the glass is good. 13 points for Kester. Trojans by 19. Quickly ahead on the other end. Pass deflected, or shot deflected by Adolph. Ends up in the hands of Kester. Tries to get it ahead to Kennedy Keller. Too far out in front of her. And that'll turn it over to Frontenac. Good idea, bad execution. Maddie will sit. Carson O'Ran checks into the game for the Trojans.
19-point lead. Sometimes you just
don't need to push it.
Right, don't need to get in a hurry here.
Green with it, working against Keller. Crossing her over, heading down the lane. Shot on the way from Green, and they're going to say no shot. They're going to whistle the foul on the floor against Keller.
Foul on number 12, Kennedy Keller.
That's 2 on Keller. Third team foul on the Trojans. 2 minutes left to play. Get it in. Held ball. And this one's going to favor Frontenac. It'll stay right here as Boatman got tied up with Avery Johnson. Johnson inbound. Gets it into Green. Quick shot on the way is good. Green working off the screen. Hits the bucket. Keller trailing behind her, couldn't catch up to the play. O'Rand's going to give it up to Keller. Picks up her dribble into the lane to Boatman. Back out to O'Rand. Now Keller with it at the elbow out to Sisney. Watch out now. Adolph back up top to Keller. Looking for help. to the top of the key to Boatman. She'll put it on the floor working against Ham. Now gives it up to O'Rand.
Trojans have
poked away from O'Rand. Loose ball, body's hitting the floor, and it's a held ball, or should be, as Keller was battling with Stout. Abby Beeman checks back into the game to try and, steady the ship for Frontenac. Got a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
Yeah, the Trojans are running 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a junior out there to finish this game out. So that's a lot of good playing experience by the younger class.
Definitely. Of course, our nightcap tonight, the boys' game. Trojans come in 6-1, coming off a thrilling last-second win over Riverton Tuesday night.
Thrilling's a good word for that.
And Frontenac coming in at 2-4. They're coming off a 50-47 loss at Galena. Old Jack Perry Magic reached up and bit them on the road down there in Galena. Trojans get it into O'Rand. Now Adolph with it, and she's going to be fouled by Avery Johnson way out past the three-point line.
And Frontenac still has a couple to give.
That's her first. Third team foul on Frontenac. Yeah, they can keep being physical here. Adolph gets it into Keller, being guarded by Green. Frontenac really trying to turn up the half-court defensive pressure here against the Trojans. There's a collision. Sisney comes away with it, gets it to Boatman, and they're going to whistle an offensive foul against Boatman, and she elbowed Maddie Ham in the face. It wasn't intentional, just in the course of the game. And they're going to get Boatman with the foul. That's Erica's second. Fourth team foul on the Trojans.
Yeah, all she did was pivot to face the basket, so.
Ham shaking it off as best she can. Riley Green will handle it up the floor for Frontenac. Now Johnson back to Green. She'll pull the trigger on a three off the mark. Tipped around. Rebound comes down to Sisney. She hits the floor. No foul. Ends up in the hands of Maddie Ham, and her bucket is good. Her shot is good. I don't know how you don't get a foul after the rebound on that one. And they're going to whistle a foul coming up the floor.
Foul on number 14, Abby Beeman, her fourth.
Beeman picks up her fourth team foul on Frontenac.
Subbing in from Lady Raiders, 00, Ella Sullivan. Number 13, Tingley Sullivan. Number 23, Skylar Hutchinson. Number 33, Taylor Kaiser.
A line change for Frontenac. A lot of younger players into the game. There's a terrible inbound pass intended for O'Rand. It sails over her head and out of bounds to give the ball back to Frontenac here with 31 seconds remaining. Trojans leading by 15. Just a thought you were going to zig and you zagged sort of situation there. Kaiser with it. Shot well short of the mark. Out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. 20.9 left to play. Trojans leading by 15. Under 20 seconds left to play here in the game. O'Rand. Kennedy Keller on the wing. Back to Sisney. Gives it up to O'Rand. Now Keller with it. And the Trojans are going to dribble this one out. And they're going to come away with a 15-point win over the Frontenac Raiders. Trojans improved to 6-2. Frontenac falls to 4-2 on the season. And the Trojans pick up the win in the opening game here tonight of this doubleheader. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the Farmers Bank postgame show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field. especially for those that are stuck, well, out standing in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at ColesServiceLLC.com.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Are you in the need of top-notch construction services for your farm or industrial project? Proud Girard High School alumnus Chandler Humble and Humble Construction LLC are here. With 7 years in the business and a lifetime of knowledge, Humble Construction creates top-quality pipe fencing, industrial chain link fencing, metal buildings, water line installation, and a lot more. For your free estimate, call Humble Construction at 620-238-4636. Need land prep? Humble Construction has you covered with skid steer, rock leveling, and laser grader services. Humble Construction LLC. Excellence in every project.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your phone started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium here in Girard, America. Trojans win the opening game here tonight, 59-44 over the Frontenac Raiders. Trojans improved to 6-2 on the season. Frontenac falls to 4-2. Let's take a look at some of those scoring totals from the first half, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car takes a hit, well, let's start over. Let's get our scoring totals, brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car is anything short of totaled, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-74-7300. Second time the charm on that one. First, for the Frontenac Raiders, they're led in scoring by Maddie Ham. She finished with 17 points tonight. Abby Beeman added 7. Riley Green had 6. Ruth Frederick with 5. Addie Myers with 4. Marley Stout with 2, and Taylor Kaiser with 1 point to round out the scoring for the Frontenac Raiders. For the Girard Trojans, they're led in scoring by Peyton Brooks. She finished with 14 points. Maddie Kester had 13. Hayden Buckley added 11. Excuse me. Riley Brooks had 11. Erica Boatman added 5. And Jariah Adolph and Marley Sisney with 2 points each to round out the scoring for Girard. Right now we're joined by head coach Brad Herlocker of the Girard Trojans. And coach, just another Girard Frontenac game tonight. Team's getting after it defensively, getting up and down the floor. But I thought, man, from the second quarter on, your girls really answered the bell and brought the intensity, and taking a 19-point lead into halftime against Frontenac, you'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, Frontenac's a really good basketball team. This was just our night. It was one of those things where we've been playing consistently really good defense. When our offense was good, our defense was decent. But these last 3 or 4 games, our defense has been really good. We just haven't hit shots like we can hit shots. And we did hit shots like we can hit shots tonight. Hopefully the kids take that confidence into it, but by far the most complete game we've played so far.
I thought in the first half your girls were really aggressive going towards the basket and initiating that contact, and they really came out on the positive end of that by being so aggressive with the ball.
Yeah, offensively and defensively, that we've been in attack mode and been preaching that and been preaching, getting to the rim, and then if you get that double kicking and, the scorer's table said we went on like a 22-0 run. I don't know what it was there in that second quarter, but it was sure, just a complete game defensively and offensively. Again, that's a really good Frontenac team, and they'll give us a better game down the road, I'm sure, but we're going to enjoy tonight.
And you guys are on the road next week for that in-season tournament at Lewisburg, and some of those Northeast Kansas teams, they can be pretty tough, but how do you feel like tonight's game got you prepared for that?
Oh, absolutely. The CNC night in, night out, we have a really tough conference, and Frontenac's, always right at the top of that conference, so really good quality win for us tonight. Again, I told the girls not to be satisfied, not to stick where we are, but just keep the pedal down. These kids are working so hard in practice, and it's showing up in the games, and so just got to keep that going. Lewisburg, it's a long road trip, and you play good teams when you go north up there that far and get into population centers. So we're fully expecting, I think every team probably at least doubles our population. So, we've got to bring our A game or we'll get embarrassed.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck next week on the road in Lewisburg. We'll see you up there for sure. That's head coach Brad Herlocker of the Girard Trojans. They come out on top tonight, 59-44 over the Frontenac Raiders, improved to 6-2 on the season. And they'll be back in action next week at the Lewisburg tournament for Frontenac. Their next action is all the way on the 23rd when they host Colgan. So that from one rivalry to another for Frontenac. But tonight the Trojans get the win on the girls' side as the boys' teams are out there warming up for that. You're watching the the Farmers Bank post-game show. Brought to you by Farmers Bank. Proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. That post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Farmers Bank post-game show as we look forward to the boys matchup, the nightcap here tonight from Girard. But the Trojans get the win on the girls' side, 59-44 over Frontenac. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store.
Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
The 15-10, 5, Colt McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, it'll be a point for Baldwin.
A first touch volley, the substituted freshman.
Fights forward, across the goal line, touchdown Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Call service is outstanding in their field. especially for those that are stuck, well, out standing in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at ColesServiceLLC.com.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We're between games tonight between the Girard Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. Trojan girls won tonight's opener 59-44 over the Raiders. They improved to 6-2 on the season. Frontenac falls to 4-2, just their second loss of the season. Girard boys come into the game 6-1, Frontenac 2-4, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here as we go along. But Jess, Frontenac has had some troubles this season, especially on the road here in the CNC. They've got a loss back on December 8th, 67-50 at Baxter, and a loss at Galena back on the 5th of this month. In fact, they won their first two games of the year against Nevada, 52-50, and then 72-69, just a 3-point win versus Riverton there in Frontenac. But then they've dropped their last four games. Road contests at Baxter Springs, at Bonner Springs, lost a home game to Lewisburg, and then lost on the road at Galena back on the 5th. So Frontenac boys, Coach Barcelona's squad trying to get things righted here, and the Trojans just trying to keep it going as they are coming off a thrilling 3-point win, a buzzer beater by Aiden Troike to give them the win on the road at Riverton Tuesday night. And man, I was under the weather for that game, but what a thrilling finish for that one, and an exciting one for Trojan fans, as there are not going to be many easy wins at Riverton this year.
No, and yeah, I'm anxious to see this Frontenac team. They have dropped a few games coming down the stretch here, but we talked about it in the girls matchup. It's a Frontenac-Girard rivalry. Girard's probably a little bit longer, faster, more athletic on the basketball court, but man, we'll just have to see how it plays out coming down here.
Those keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a visit at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have years of experience getting folks into the right car, van, or SUV that's right for them and their families. Give them a visit out at the intersections of Highway 69 or 400, or see everything they have to offer at their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Let's take a look at some of these starting lineups, Jess.
All right, for the Frontenac Raiders, they're going to start junior number 1, Vinny Collier, junior number 3, Caden Gatewood O'Bray, junior number 13, Jaden Houghton, 23, their lone senior, Trey Kramer, and then a junior number 25, Gavin Hume. And for your hometown Trojans, they're going to go how they've been ever since the break. They're going to run out their senior number 1, Ethan Brooks, junior number 11, or number 4, Ransom Bourne, senior number 5, Aiden Chorkey, the senior number 34, Colton Dressler, and junior number 40, Scott Moore.
Those starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carlos Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. Just the latest installment in this rivalry between Frontenac and Girard.
And little medical attention here. Freshman Cam Smith rolled an ankle in the JV game and is not suited out here for this varsity matchup.
Smith, a streaky shooter, pretty good defender, good athlete all around. Trojans will be without his services tonight. Getting set for our opening tip. Scott Moore to tip it off against Jaden Houghton. This opening tip brought to you by Laird Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Laird Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and buy your friends and family a creative ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Laird Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Trojans with the ball coming off the tip. Bourne going to pull back for a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Trey Kramer. Quickly up the floor for Frontenac. Full speed goes Kramer. Passes into the corner to Gatewood O'Bray, and now back up top to Kramer to set up the offense for Frontenac. Nice backdoor look to find Gavin Witt-Yoon for the first bucket of the game. Frontenac out to a 2-0 lead. Troike handles it down the floor for the Trojans. Cut off at the elbow, kicks it back out to Bourne at the wing. Bourne will settle things down up top to Ethan Brooks over on the right wing. Cross court to Bourne, now back across court to Dressler. He pulls the trigger on a three, no good. Comes down to Kramer again. Trojans settling for a couple of threes their first 2 times down the floor. And Frontenac trying to capitalize on that. Pass tipped away by Dressler, ends up with Brooks. Over to Troike, spinning into the lane now. Triple teamed, finds Dressler under the basket. And we're tied at 2.
What a good look that was.
Kramer slows things down as Coach Barcelona pumps the brakes. Now Collier with it. Working against Troike, kicks it back out. Kramer with it on the left wing. He'll pull the trigger on a three and hits. 3-point lead for Frontenac. Troike up top to Bourne. His pass tipped away. Kramer comes away with it, streaking down the floor. His shot blocked by Ethan Brooks. Now here comes Troike back the other way to Dressler. Nice look to find Bourne. And his shot off the glass is good. Trojans trail it by 1. It's been a fast-paced first quarter. Pardon me if I'm having trouble keeping up. Witt-Yoon with it. Up top to Houghton. Now Kramer spinning into the lane, into traffic, kicks it back out for Collier. Gets it back at the top of the key, guarded by Ethan Brooks. Kramer's shot short of the mark. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be controlled by Dressler. Out to Bourne, and the Trojans are running. Dressler with it, top of the key. Looking down low now, he'll give it up to Troike. Aiden pulls up for a 15-footer off the mark, tipped around. I believe they're going to get, well, it should have been Scott Moore, but it's going to be Dressler whistled with the over-the-back foul. His first, team first. Raiders get it back, leading by 1. 5 minutes to play first quarter. Kramer to walk it up the floor for the Raiders. Now he cuts to the basket. He's going to kick it out. Gets it back in the corner. He'll hoist another three off the mark. But the rebound comes down to Houghton. Back to Kramer, and a little floater in the lane is good. Trey Kramer with 5 points. And it's a 5-point lead. I'm sorry, a 3-point lead for Frontenac. Bourne will try a three and hits. 5 points for Ranson Bourne. We're tied at 7. Kramer calls out the offense. And Brooks comes away with the loose ball. He's fouled on the shot attempt. The bucket is good. Abram Frankenberry picks up the foul. It's his first. Just checked into the game. Houghton will sit. And that's going to bring in Jake Wegner. Brooks trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. Trojans by 3. 4 minutes to play first quarter. In what has been a fast-paced game thus far. Reverse layup is good for Wegner. A pass intended for Dressler, miscommunication with him and Brooks. And Brooks throws it away out of bounds. They'll give it back to Frontenac with the Trojans leading by 1. Gatewood O'Bray sits. That'll bring, trying to get it down low. They're going to get an over the back foul against Ben Cullen, who just checked into the game for Girard.
That little give and go, pick and roll, whatever you want to call it, Frontenac's running, is getting them some good looks at the basket.
Dressler will sit. Scott Moore into the game for Girard. Get the ball into Collier. He mishandles it, gathers it back. Now a shot from the corner, in and out. Rebound, Cullen. He'll give it up to Troike. Trojans pressing on the offensive end. Troike spinning into the lane. Shot on the way, won't go. Rebound Moore. His putback no good. The rebound comes down to Houghton. Now Kramer with it on the offensive end. He'll give it up to Collier. Working against Cullen. Now kicks it back up top. Houghton. Down low. Lost the dribble. Did Wegner. But it ends up back with Collier. No shot clock. Nothing to worry about, Jeff.
Nope.
Kramer out at the logo. Center court. This is Brogan Smith with it. His pass tipped away. It ends up in the hands of Ranson Bourne. Off and running. Down the lane. Delayed move. Draws the foul, and Bourne will head to the line.
Great job there by Ranson to get the defender off his feet and draw the foul.
They're going to whistle that one on Jake Wegner. That's his first. Second team foul on Frontenac. Bourne will shoot 2. Hits the first. Bourne has 6. Ethan Brooks sits. Colton Dressler into the game for the Trojans. Bourne's second shot on the way. No good off the back iron. Rebound by Scott Moore. Gets it back to Bourne. The pass tipped around. Dressler's going to come up with the loose ball. Trojans with it back offensively. Here's Bourne for 3. No good. Tipped around. Dressler with the rebound. Over the top to Troike. Spinning in the lane. Has it knocked away. And it's going to be back with Frontenac as Kramer brings it across half court for the Raiders. Trojans lead it by 2. 2 minutes to play first quarter. This is Houghton with it. Back to Kramer. He's going to put it on the floor down the lane. Off the mark. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds. And it'll stay with Frontenac as Dressler just couldn't reel it in. Couldn't squeeze it. Nope. Whithune to inbound, gets it into Collier. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Bourne. Nothing happens clean in this game. Is Bourne able to come away with it finally? Down low to Dressler, and he's fouled on the shot attempt. Should have had that one. But they're going to pick up, whistle the foul on Jake Wegner. That's his second. Third team foul on Frontenac. Dressler at the line to shoot 2. First one off the mark. Wegner sits. Gatewood O'Bray checks into the game for Frontenac. Brooks into the game for Girard. Troike will sit. Second shot from Dressler is good. Julius Courtney into the game for Frontenac for the first time tonight. Houghton with it, gives it up to Courtney. Back up top to Collier. kicks. Now back to Courtney. And back up top to Collier. Brogan Smith to Houghton. Back to Smith. They put it on the floor, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way from Gatewood O'Bray. No good. Rebound comes down to Scott Moore. They're going to have a held ball. It'll stay with Frontenac. Frontenac to inbound. The pass picked off by Ben Cullen. Now in the hands of Brooks. Ethan Brooks down the lane, and he's going to be whistled for an offensive foul. Yeah, I don't know if that guy was set or not, but Brooks a little bit out of control there. Made up his mind at about the three-point line what he was going to do.
He maybe when he grabbed a hold of the ball.
Right. That's Brooks' first. Third team foul on the Trojans. So now Frontenac with it, under a minute left here in this first quarter with an opportunity to tie it with this possession. This has never been more than a one-possession game for either team. Houghton with it. Down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound Cullen. Now Ranson Bourne with it. He'll push for the Trojans. Pulls up at the three-point line. Scott Moore on the far side now, top to Brooks. Into the corner for Bourne. Baseline for Moore, looking for help, up top to Brooks. Elbow to Troike, spinning in the lane. Shot on the way off the glass, won't go. Rebound Moore, his putback no good. Troike's rebound, and he's fouled on the putback. They're going to whistle Collier, I believe, with this one. And it is. That's Collier's first, fourth team foul on Frontenac. The team fouls will reset at the end of the quarter. Troike takes his first and hits. Second shot on the way from Aiden is good. .12 seconds and counting now for Frontenac, trailing by 5. Houghton with it, back to Kramer on the wing, to Houghton to top of the key, trying to get it back to Kramer. It's slapped away by Ranson Bourne, and it will stay with Frontenac. Less than a second, 0.6 on the clock. Not a lot of time to get a good shot.
And don't foul right here because they're not going to be able to get it off.
Into Collier, he does get it off, but way short of the mark, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Trojans leading it by 5. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Trojans with the ball coming out of the timeout. Coming out of the break. They'll start the second quarter with the ball. Leading by 5. Troike with it, gives it up to Bourne on the wing, into the corner to Dressler. They work it around the perimeter. Brooks with it. Now Bourne over the top to Troike. Can't complete the pass. Dressler comes down with it. His putback no good. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Girard. A lot of contact there. No whistle. Just letting him play under the bucket. Troike to inbound. Over the top to Bourne. Now to Troike at the free throw line. Elevates, shoots, off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Houghton. Here comes Frontenac back the other way. Houghton throws it away. Trying to get the pass ahead to Gavin Whitcune. Gives it back to Girard. 7.5 to play first half. Ethan Brooks with it. He'll give it up to Aiden Troike. Trojan student section getting involved. They're rooting for the game of basketball. Shot on the way by Troike is good. That's his first field goal. He's got 4 points. Trojans by 7. Kramer with it now, coming the other way for Frontenac. Houghton throws it out of bounds. And some discussions going on between Gatewood O'Bray and Collier. Whitcune will sit, and Brogan Smith will sit for Frontenac. There's a timeout on the floor. 30-second. We'll keep it right here. A little discombobulation that time down the floor for Frontenac, and not really something you're used to seeing.
No, and I think Coach Barcelona says that's enough. Let's talk it over. Let's get back on page.
Coach Barcelona, longtime boys head basketball coach in Frontenac, and responsible for many of the drivers you see out there on the road as well here in southeast Kansas. So somebody doesn't use their signal, call up Coach Barcelona and let him know. Under 7 minutes to play here. First half, Trojans lead it by 7. And they'll have the ball coming out of this 30-second timeout following the turnover on Frontenac's last possession. Bourne will handle it across the timeline for Girard. Gives it up to Dressler. Trojans try and get the offense going. A lot of pointing. Into the corner to Bourne. Now they get it going. Back out top to Troike. He drives down the lane. Jump stop. Kicks over to Dressler. Back out to Ethan Brooks into the lane. His pass intended for Scott Moore off of Scott's hands out of bounds. And that'll give it back to Frontenac. That one just never quite looked right for the Trojans from the get-go. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians out there.
Coming out of a break, you expect a little more than that, don't you?
6.5 to play first half. Trojans by 7. Frontenac with it. Collier back up top to Kramer. Over to Gatewood O'Bray. Now he gets it back into the lane. Shot on the way from the free throw line. No good. Rebound Scott Moore. Trojans have done a good job on the boards tonight as Troike goes baseline and hits the layup.
Be good to get Aiden going.
6 points for Troike. Trojans by 9. Collier with it up top. That's Frankenberry with it. The top of the key. Back over to Collier. Now in the corner to a loose ball. It's going to be stolen away by Ethan Brooks ahead to Troike. And his layup is good. 8 points for Troike. Trojans by 11. 5.5 to play first half. Collier with it. Bourne will pick him up at the three-point line. Now Frankenberry being guarded by Troike. Has his hands behind his back in an effort to avoid any attention. Collier working against Bourne. Now back to Collier. He'll pull the trigger on a long three, and it's good. One thing this Frontenac team can do is shoot the basketball, Jess. And that three-pointer cuts the lead to 8. Brooks back to Troike. He thought about a three. Steps into the lane. The dish to Scott Moore. Scott not ready for it. Off his chest, and that'll turn it back over to Frontenac as Frankenberry brings it up the floor. Now back to Kramer. Another three-pointer on the way. Gatewood O'Bray's shot no good. Bourne comes away with the rebound ahead to Brooks. Looking for a screen, doesn't get it. Now around to Dressler into the corner to Troike. He'll try a three and hits. Aiden Troike coming alive here in this second quarter. He's got 9 points in the quarter, 11 overall, and the Trojans back on top by 11. Into the corner, Collier thinks about a three, now pulls it down. Gatewood O'Bray, now Trey Kramer will try it. Off the iron, no good, rebound Moore, good rebound. Gets it ahead to Dressler. Into the corner to Troike. What the heck? He'll take it. Oh, just off the mark over the backboard, out of bounds. He'll turn it back over to Frontenac. And Troike would like to have that one back. Trojans leading it by 11. 4 minutes left to play. Gatewood O'Brien and Collier will take a seat. Whit Hune checks in, along with Brogan Smith for Frontenac. Kramer gives it up to Smith, now gets it back top of the key. Down the lane, kicks it out. And a three-point bucket right on cue by Gavin Whit Hune. 5 points for Whit Hune. 8-point lead for the Trojans. Cullen with it on the right wing, trying to get it down to Scott Moore. Too much traffic, it's tipped away. Frontenac comes away with it. Trojans have had problems getting that entry pass into Moore tonight, whether it's on the passing end or the receiving end. Kramer into the lane, a lot of contact, out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Girard. It'll stay with Frontenac. Kramer wanting a foul. Frontenac team keep their emotions in check here for the benefit of the officials. Kramer with it, way up top as we approach 3 minutes to play in the half. Houghton back out to Kramer, has it tipped away. Ben Cullen comes away with it for Girard. Now Kramer tips it away from him. And Gatewood O'Brien controls it for Frontenac. Kramer down the lane, avoids the steal by Troike, and he gets the shot to fall. 7 points for Kramer. Trojan lead is 6. Dressler's three-pointer no good. Long rebound tracked down by Trey Kramer. Coming back the other way for Frontenac. Kicks it out. Now the pass deflected and stolen by Cullen. And Troike with it for the Trojans as they try to slow it down a little bit here. And Ethan Brooks gives it back up to Troike, way up top. Now in the middle of the lane to Brooks. Step through, kicks out to Cullen. Into the lane, back out, up top to Troike. Straightaway three-pointer on the way off the mark. And the air ball goes out of bounds and give it back to Frontenac with just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Trojans leading by 6. Just a two-possession game, Jess. You'd like to see the Trojans take a little bit better care of the ball.
Not able to put them away yet.
Kramer walks it up the floor for Frontenac. We're under 1:50. Houghton with it at the elbow. Kicks it out to Collier in the corner, back to Houghton, top of the key. And he'll give it to Kramer on the handoff. Back up top to Collier. Long NBA three on the way, no good. And rebound comes down to Frontenac. Another three-point attempt, no good. Rebound Dressler for the Trojans. And here comes Troike back the other way. Over to Bourne. Drives. And he's going to pick up a blocking foul against Kramer. I think that's Trey's first. Just the second team foul. Oh, I'm sorry, just the first team foul on Frontenac here in the second quarter. Coach Westcott calling for a timeout. Finally gets the officials' attention. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
Yeah, what I'm seeing, Josh, is Trojans boys maybe not as fluent as they'd probably like to be. It's a little sloppy. Speed of Frontenac, man, they're quick up and down that court and getting in the passing lanes for the Trojans, and Trojans are doing a good job of penetrating, but sometimes when they're kicking out, the guy's not ready for that pass. So.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll drive and dish, and sometimes the guy's not ready for the dish either.
Right.
And Trojans just look like they're sometimes letting Frontenac speed them up and get them a little bit out of rhythm. And that's been their trouble on the offensive end, I think, so far for Girard. 1:21 to play, first half. Trojans leading it by 6. They have the ball coming out of the timeout. Aiden Troike inbound for Girard. Gets it into Ethan Brooks. Up top to Bourne. Back over to Troike. He'll drive baseline, elevates for a 10-footer and hits. Take what they give you. Troike's got 13 points, 11 here in this second quarter. Trojans by 8. Kramer down the lane, kicks. Gatewood O'Bray now gives it up. This is Collier, steps inside the three-point line. 15-footer won't go. Rebound Dressler. Ahead to Troike. Spins in a lane, has it poked away, and there he's going to be bailed out by a foul as they're going to get Collier with this one, I believe. Did they whistle that on Kramer? I don't know, but he picks it up. Dressler with it off the inbound. In traffic, kicks it back out to Ethan Brooks. Trojans will reset, leading by 8 here with 40 seconds left to play. Dressler on the left wing, hits Troike down the lane, off the glass and good. Trojans back up by 10, under 30 to play here in the first half. Kramer with it for Frontenac. Trying to end this period on a high note are the Raiders. Get this lead back down to single digits. Ethan Brooks out there to check Kramer. Collier being guarded by Ben Cullen. Back to Kramer. Shot high off the glass, no good. Put back by Collier is good at the buzzer. And that'll cut the lead to 8 at the break. Trojans lead at 27-19. We'll step away for a quick break. And we'll be back with the GN Bank Halftime Show. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. At the half, the Trojans lead the Frontenac Raiders 27-19. I'm Josh Lender, alongside me Jess Murphy. This is the GN Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. All right, let's take a look at some of these scoring totals for the first half. First, for the Frontenac Raiders, they're led in scoring by Trey Kramer. He's got 9. Gavin Witt-Yoon has 5. Vinny Collier with 3. And Jake Wegner with 2 to round out the scoring for Frontenac. For the Girard Trojans, they're led in scoring by Aiden Troike. He's got 15. Branson Bourne has 6. Ethan Brooks with 3. And Colton Dressler with 3 to round out the scoring for the Girard Trojans. That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kanar Eye Care. As we take a look back at the first half, Kanar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kanar Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, they're here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KanarEyeCare.com. The Girard cheerleaders were out entertaining the crowd. Now the dance team out on the floor as well. Here at halftime, it's a pretty packed house. Looking around here, Jess, good crowd tonight on hand for this one, as you'd expect. Only about, 9 miles separating these two schools.
Yeah, especially on a freezing cold night outside.
It's going to make that pot roast Jenny's got waiting for me taste even better. I can almost taste it right now, Jess.
Yeah, so can I, and I'm not going to get any.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll taste it for you, but I'll let you know. I'll send you a text later on and let you know how it turned out.
Show me a picture at least. Yeah.
All right, I will. Send you a little food porn. I won't get you fired. Don't worry.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry. Well, Trojans looking good. They led at 14-9 after the first quarter, and then expanded that lead to 8 here at the end of the first half. Aiden Troike with a great night. Just 2 points from the free throw line in that first quarter, and then 13 in the second quarter to really open things up for the Trojans. Branson Bourne with all 6 of his points coming in that first quarter. But really that second quarter was, you look at the scoring column, it was all Aiden Troike. It was the Aiden Troike show there in that second quarter, and he's being pretty aggressive on the offensive end tonight, both from beyond the arc and cutting towards the bucket, and that's something Frontenac's going to have to get addressed here during this halftime break if they want to be able to come back from this 8-point deficit. But so far, Jess, if you're Coach Westcott, you got to be pretty happy about how this game's going for your squad.
Oh, I agree, because we talked about it a little bit there. I don't think they're playing the best they've played yet. They've been a little sloppy, careless with the ball, maybe, like you said, speeding themselves up a little bit. But I feel that Westcott's going to make these adjustments, and him and Wedke and David and Evan Chorkey on the new coaching staff, and they'll make their adjustments and come out and settle them down and play some half-court offense and take care of the basketball.
Our halftime stats were brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt is heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling and leveling. Call B&B Excavating at 620-724-8542.
And while he's on break right there, Josh, normally Girard and Frontenac, they have what they do, a little pantry food drive deal and collect canned goods and donations for the area food drives. So the two class presidents right there are just challenging both student bodies and communities to see who will win. And when we make the trip to Frontenac, they'll announce the winner.
Well, the Trojans hoping they can win that one this year, Jess.
No pun intended.
It's my dad joke of the night. There, we need to find a sponsor for that. Get a sponsor for the dad joke of the night. Trojans coming back out on the floor, getting ready to start warming up here for the third quarter. We're about 2.5 minutes away from action. We'll step away for another break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality, cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Frontenac with the ball here to start the third quarter. Trey Kramer will hoist a 3. No good. Rebound Colton Dressler. And the Trojans with it offensively for the first time here in the second half. Pass over the top to Dressler, looking for Scott Moore. It's poked away by Kramer, and that'll turn it over to Frontenac. And again, another entry pass. It just doesn't quite work for the Trojans. Gatewood Obray's shot from the corner, no good. Rebound to Ethan Brooks for Girard. Into the corner to Dressler. Back up top to Brooks. Colton going to try that three-pointer from the wing, in and out. And they're going to get an over-back foul against Scott Moore. Working against Jaden Houghton. That's Scott's first. First team foul on the Trojans here in the third quarter. Kramer will bring it across the timeline for Frontenac. He'll give it up to Collier. Being guarded by Troike. Back up top to Kramer. Working off a screen, now down the lane. This shot no good, and then lots of bodies hitting the floor after the rebound. We'll see who they whistle this foul on. They're going to get Ranson Bourne with it, and that's his first. Second team foul on the Trojans. It'll send Houghton to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the line tonight for Jaden. Scoreless in the first half. First shot off the back iron, no good. Not much arch on that.
A little flat. Good spin.
Line drive to center. That one rattles in. And Houghton's in the scoring column. Trojans leading it by 7 as Troike breaks the pressure into the lane. Spinning, now kicks it out to Bourne. He'll kick it out to Brooks. Down low to Dressler, to Scott Moore. Off the glass and good. First bucket of the night for Scott Moore. He's in the scoring column. Trojans by 9. Collier with it, working against Troike. Up top, this is Gatewood O'Bray being guarded by Dressler. Ball's poked away. Kramer gathers it on his knees, now gives it up to Houghton, who's going to dribble down the lane. Kicks out to Gatewood O'Bray. Three-pointer on the way is good. Trojans leave O'Bray alone in the corner, and he makes him pay. Troike down the lane once again into traffic. He's going to be fouled. And a lot of hand checking going on. I think that's what they're warning Gatewood O'Bray about as he picks up the foul, his first. First team foul on Frontenac in the third quarter. Whit Yoon will sit. Abram Frankenberry checks into the game for Frontenac. Inbounds pass goes to Brooks. Up top to Bourne, down to Troike, and he finds Dressler under the bucket. 5 points for Dressler. That pass stolen away. Now Trojans look to run ahead to Ethan Brooks. Little pull-up 10-footer off the back iron, won't go. Troike battling for the rebound. Collier is going to come away with it for Frontenac. And the Trojans get back to set the defense. Houghton with it. He'll give it up to Kramer. So he gets the play in from Coach Barcelona. Gatewood O'Bray dribbling into the lane, twisting, kicks back out. Shot on the way from Frankenberry, no good. Rebound Troike. Ahead to Ethan Brooks. Ahead to Dressler under the bucket. Dressler's got 7. Trojan lead is 10. Trojans doing a good job in the transition game here. Frontenac wanting to run. Girard's running right with him. Bourne whistled for the foul against Collier, who beat him off the dribble. And that's his second. Third team foul on the Trojans, so they're starting to pile up here on Girard. Just under 5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. They've only got 2 fouls to give before putting Frontenac in the double bonus. First shot rattles in and out for Collier. His first trip to the line tonight. He's hit a three-pointer in the second quarter.
Lane violation.
That's a violation against Frontenac. I don't know. They weren't in the lane. I don't know what they were calling there.
They were above the free throw line.
Pass over the top to Dressler. He works into Houghton. He gets the body. And Houghton will pick up the personal. That's his first. No shot. So the Trojans will inbound from the baseline. Troike to throw it in. Official is emphatic with the no shot call there, and I appreciate that. Troike with it in the corner. He'll pull the trigger on a three and hits. 18 points for Troike. Trojans by 13. Trying to set their defense. Shot no good. Rebound. Ethan Brooks goes up high to get it. Ahead to Ranson Bourne. He's off and running. Now he'll hit the brakes at the three-point line. Troike with it on the right wing, and he's fouled coming across the lane by Gatewood O'Bray. That's 2 on Caden. Third team foul on Frontenac. Both teams playing with 3 team fouls. Gatewood O'Bray will sit along with Jaden Houghton. Nope, Houghton will stay in. Collier will sit, and Gatewood O'Bray will sit. They'll check Frankenberry. He's already in the game. I'll keep track of who's who here. Shot no good for Troike. Rebound comes down to Brooks. He has it ripped away, but gets it back. Now gathers. Kicks it back out to Ranson Bourne. And back to Brooks on the wing. Trojans kind of gather themselves. Bourne's going to try a 3. Off the mark. Rebound Troike on the baseline. Finds Brooks under the basket. 5 points for Brooks. And there's a timeout on the floor. Coach Barcelona wants to talk it over. Full timeout. Trojans by 15. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor. Trojans leading it by 15. Coming out of the timeout. 3:47 to play, third quarter. Frontenac with the ball. This is Frankenberry. Gives it up to Kramer up top, being guarded by Ranson Bourne. He'll put it on the floor. Kicks it in the corner. Frankenberry hoists a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Colton Dressler, looking to push. Ahead to Ethan Brooks. He draws contact from Kramer, and he'll head to the line to shoot two. That's three on Trey Kramer. And the fourth team foul on Frontenac here in this third quarter. Brooks at the line to shoot a pair. He's got 5. Misses the first. Free throws are going to be big, I think, Jess, coming down the stretch in this game. Brooks misses them both, comes away empty. And now Frontenac with the ball, trailing by 15, 3:25 to play, third quarter. Houghton with it, kicks it over in the corner to Brogan Smith. His shot no good, rebound Troike. Looking to push, gets it ahead to Brooks. His shot no good, Troike with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled on the putback. And Aiden will step to the line to shoot a pair. We'll see who they whistled this one on. They whistled Jaden Houghton with this. That's his second. 15 foul on Frontenac, so the Trojans will be headed to the line for the next 3 minutes and 7 seconds on every foul.
And like we talked about, Trojans there just get too deep under the basket.
Troike misses the first. And 3 missed free throws in a row for Girard.
Just allowing Frontenac to stay within distance here.
Troike hits the second. 1 out of 4 ain't good. Trojans lead it.
It's not perfect, is it?
That's less than perfect. Kramer gives it up, gets it back. Now back in the corner to Smith, and it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontenac. Right in front of the Trojan student section. Gatewood O'Bray checks back into the game, replacing Jaden Houghton, who will sit with 2 fouls. They get it into Kramer. Kramer puts it on the floor, gives it up to Gavin Witt-Yoon on the left wing. Back to Kramer, top of the key, working against Bourne. Into the lane. Nice look to find Gatewood O'Bray. He's got 5 points, all of them here in this third quarter. Trojans with it now on the offensive end. Moore up top to Bourne. Right wing to Troike, gives it up to Dressler, gets it back. His shot from the free throw line is good. 22 for Troike. That pass tipped away by Dressler. He comes away with the steal. Ahead to Troike, to Bourne. Draws contact, shot won't go, no foul. Troike tracks down the offensive board. And he's fouled. Going to the basket. See if they whistle this one on. It could be on a couple different guys. I believe it's going to go against. Yep, it goes against Jake Wegner. That's his third. Troike 3 of 4 from the stripe. Made that 3 of 5. Ben Cullen checks in, replacing Scott Moore. Wegner will sit, and I'm trying to figure out who came in for him. I believe it might have been Brogan Smith. The second one short off the iron by Troike as he comes up empty that time down the floor. That pass thrown right to Ben Cullen. Cullen gives it back to Brooks. Down the lane, kicks out to Dressler, now to Troike at the three-point line. Spins, shooting from the elbow, short. Rebound Brooks, put back is good. Ethan Brooks cleaning up the trash down there in the lane. He's got 7 points. Trojans by 18. Kramer with it on the right wing for Frontenac. Gives it up, gets it back. Into the lane, kicks over, shot on the way from Collier, in and out. Rebound Brooks. Long pass ahead to Branson Bourne. Draws contact, shot won't go, but he's going to be whistled. Collier's going to be whistled for the foul. That's 2 on Collier. Bourne gets to shoot 2. First one off the back iron. Trojans not hitting free throws here in this second half. As a team, they are 1 of 5 from the stripe. They've had their chances, they just haven't cashed in. Siler Salmons checks into the game for Girard for the first time tonight as Bourne hits the second. 2 of 6 from the stripe are the Trojans here in the third. Kramer gives it up to Whithune, gets it back. Now a long three-pointer on the way, and it hit off of the cable over the basket, so that's going to turn it over to the Trojans. As Abram Frankenberry off the mark on that three-point attempt. Trey Kramer will sit. Julius Courtney into the game for the second time tonight, and he'll guard Ethan Brooks up the floor. Brooks gives it up to Ben Cullen. Now to Ranson Bourne at the logo. Salmons with it. Free throw line to Dressler. Trying to get it down low to Salmons. Tipped away by Collier. It ends up in the hands of Bourne. He'll pull up for a 10-footer. Rattles around, no good. A couple of Frontenac guys fighting each other for the rebound. And they're going to call a held ball just because what do you call there? Bad things were happening.
Stays with Girard.
And now the officials are going to talk it over.
Somebody saw a foul.
They're going to whistle this foul on Siler Salmons.
So it doesn't stay with Girard.
It'll be Frontenac ball. Trojans still with a foul to give before putting Frontenac in that double bonus. Under 30 seconds now to play in this third quarter. Gavin Whithune with it. Gives it up to Courtney. It's poked away, and they're going to whistle a foul, I believe, on Ranson Bourne.
I think just a kicked ball.
Oh, kick ball. Well, they don't call you the best color man in the business for nothing, Jess.
Not sure anybody does, though.
I do.
And I appreciate it.
Frankenberry with it. Gives it up to Smith. Now Courtney with it. Back to Collier up top. It's just when Trey Kramer's not on the floor, this Frontenac offense not the same. Collier with it. Has it poked away. Bourne comes away with it. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trojans lead it by 19, 44-25. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hello, Forest Taste. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the 4 states area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. J. Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at J. Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Trojans with the ball to start this 4th quarter. They outscored Frontenac 17-6 in that 3rd quarter. Bourne with it in the lane, now picks up his dribble, looking for help, gives it up to Ethan Brooks. Back up top to Aiden Troike, directing traffic. Now back up top to Brooks. Ransom Bourne with it, being guarded by Collier. Now Brooks with it on the left wing, gives it up to Dressler. Trojans passing it around. Scott Moore will pull the trigger from the free throw line. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Jaden Houghton. Frontenac back in business. Kramer with it from the elbow. Shot on the way is good. Got to pick that guy up. 11 points for Trey Kramer. Trojan lead is 17. Dressler corrals the high pass, gives it back up to Troike. He'll pull up for a 15-footer from the baseline, and he's good. 23 points for Aiden Troike. Oh, there's a 3-point bucket for Kramer. $14 points for Kramer. Timeout. Trojans. As Ethan Brooks was streaking to the bucket. Coach Westcott wants to talk it over with his team. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans lead by 16. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Trojans with the ball coming out of the timeout. Inbound pass to Ransom Bourne, contested, but he comes away with it. Troike down low to Dressler. Off the glass and good. 9 points for Dressler. That high pass to Collier handled. He gets it across, intended for Kramer. And now Kramer with it in the corner. He'll pull the trigger on a 3 and hits. Trojans need to pick that guy up. 17 points for Kramer, and he's single-handedly keeping Frontenac in this one. Scott Moore with it on the block, spinning into the lane. Nice move by Moore. He's got 4 points. Trojans by 17. Kramer with it now for Frontenac on the offensive end. He gives it up to Collier. Now back to Kramer, thought about it. Gives it up to Gavin Witt-Yoon. Now this is Jaden Houghton with it. Back to Witt-Yoon, he'll try a 3, too strong. Rebound comes down to Dressler for the Trojans. And if you're Girard, I might walk this up the court. But nope, here comes Troike full speed. Kicks it out to Bourne for 3, off the mark. Rebound Troike, putback won't go. Rebound again, and the putback is good. Troike under the bucket, a force tonight for Girard. Kramer shot altered by Brooks. Rebound comes down to Houghton. Gavin Witt-Yoon's shot on the way is good. Trojans need to pick up the perimeter defense as Frontenac getting some big shots to fall from beyond the arc. That one tipped out of bounds off of Ranson Bourne's leg. He wanted a foul call, didn't get it, and that'll give it back to Frontenac. Trailing by 16 here, I believe. And there's a timeout on the floor. Coach Westcott wants to talk it over, not real happy with how his team's taking care of the ball or not taking care of the ball.
I think he's going to explain how you run an offense with a 12-point lead late in the game.
Right. You slow it down.
Right. You don't
need to run up and down the gym with these guys.
And probably work over that zone defense, try to keep the way you beat a zone is you shoot your way out of the zone. And Frontenac's shown that they can make those three-pointers, so we're going to have to get a hand in their face.
And they're certainly not afraid to take them.
No, guard the perimeter.
It's not a who wants to shoot situation for Frontenac. They all want to shoot.
Yep.
The Trojans are going to have to get a hand up on those shooters. You saw Ethan Brooks affect that shot by Kramer. And if he wasn't flying out there with a hand up, that shot probably goes down. Frontenac with the ball coming out of the timeout. Under 5 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Trojans by 16. Kramer with it, top of the key. Gives it up to Gatewood O'Bray. Trying to get it in. There's a kicked ball. Trying to get it down to Witt-Yoon. It'll stay with Frontenac, and Witt-Yoon will inbound from the baseline. They try to get it in to Gatewood O'Bray. It's tipped away. Dressler comes away with it for Girard. Gives it up to Ethan Brooks. Into the corner to Troike. Back up top to Moore. Bourne thought about a three. Now he'll put it on the floor. Kicks it back out to Brooks. And Troike with it now. Ethan Brooks took his eye off of it. Now gets it back. Back to Bourne. Trojans working it around the perimeter. Troike with it, being guarded closely by Collier. Troike's pass intended for Bourne. He throws it away in the corner. And Troike just got a little bit discombobulated out there by the defense. Just needed to calm down and collect himself. And that'll turn it back over to Frontenac with 4 minutes to play. Trojans by 14. Houghton with it. Trying to get it down low to Witt-Yoon, poked away. Ethan Brooks comes away with it. Euro step into the lane, shot won't go. Rebound tipped around, it comes away to Kramer. Loses his dribble, gets it back. Gives it up to Houghton. Shot on the way from Collier. Thought about it again. Now gets it back. His shot won't go. Rebound Dressler. Colton is going to single-handedly slow it down. Gets it to Brooks. Now back to Dressler. And Troike with it on the right wing. Down low to Dressler. He'll toss it back out into the lane to Bourne, and he has it poked away and stolen by Kramer. Ranson not making great decisions with the ball here in this fourth quarter. Collier shot on the way, no good. Rebound gathered by Ethan Brooks. Gives it up to Dressler. Colton gets it across half court, gives it up to Bourne. Back to Brooks, into the lane, he's fouled. Wait a minute. What was that call? They call him for a walk or something? What was that?
It had to be.
Trojans turn it over. Kramer will handle it up the floor under 3 minutes to play. Trojans by 16. Kramer for three. High off the mark. Rebound Scott Moore. Troike will slow it down and walk it up the floor for Girard as we're under 2:35 to play now in the game. Bourne with it, being guarded by Collier. Back up top to Moore. Now Dressler with it on the right wing. Look down low for Troike. Now he'll get it back. Troike gets it coming through the lane. Down low to Scott Moore. Off the glass is good. You can hear the agony in some of the Frontenac fans sitting near us as Scott Moore, pretty good game tonight for Scott under the bucket, both defensively and offensively. Kramer on the drive, can't get the shot off, throws it into the hands of Dressler. And now Girard with it going the other way. Into the corner to Bourne. Thought about a three, now kicks it back out to Dressler. Smart play. Troike with it now. Top of the key being guarded by Houghton. Back around to Bourne in front of the Trojan bench. As we're under 1:45 now to play in the game. Brooks with it, being guarded closely by Collier. Kicks it back out to Bourne. Bourne being picked up by Whit-Hune. Gives it back up to Brooks. Frontenac switched to a man-to-man defense. Collier working against Brooks. Gets it over to Troike on the far side. Aiden puts it on the floor, gives it back up to Brooks. Off the glass is good. 9 points for Brooks. Trojans lead it by 20. Collier with it. Kicks it over to Houghton. Now Trey Kramer with it, top of the key. Frontenac needs to work quickly offensively. Kramer will step back for a three, short of the mark. Rebound Collier. His shot blocked by Dressler. And they're going to whistle Colton for a travel, and they'll give it back to Frontenac. I don't know if you can be whistled for a travel when you don't actually have control of the ball.
I agree.
But
heck of a block there by Colton.
Cullen, Salmons, and Levi Blair check into the game for Girard, replacing Troike, Dressler, and Ethan Brooks. 42.9 left on the clock. Frontenac trailing by 20. Gatewood O'Bray down the lane, throws one up. He's bailed out by a reach-in call in the middle of the lane. Must be Aiden Troike's birthday as the Girard student section singing him happy birthday from across the gym here. Blake Brocobb into the game for Girard.
Seth Wilson.
I haven't said his name all year. Long three-pointer, no good. Whit-Hune with the rebound. Kicks it back out. Gatewood O'Bray trying to drive down the lane. Shot dead off the back iron, goes down for Gatewood O'Bray. He's got 7 points. Trojans by 18. Ben Cullen with it. Gives it up to Brocobb. Now Cullen with it. Content to dribble it out. Frontenac going to be content to let him. And that's going to do it. The Trojans win it. They improved to 7-1 on the season. Frontenac falls to 2-5. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the Farmers Bank post-game show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Mathis Drug continues to be the area's choice when it comes to your family's health and wellness. New ownership, but the same commitment to community you've come to expect from Mathis Drug. Now offering medication synchronization. Get all your monthly meds at the same time at the same place. Mathis Drug.
Hi, I'm Bria Scheibe, pharmacist and new owner of Mathis Drug Store. Stop in today and ask us about medication synchronization.
Mathis Drug, still locally owned and operated. Call 620-724-4313.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
The 15-10, 5, Colt McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, it'll be a point for Baldwin.
A first touch volley, the substituted freshman.
Fights forward, across the goal line, touchdown Trojans. Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans get the sweep tonight. A win on the girls' side, 59-44 over the Frontenac Raiders, and then a 56-38 win for the Girard boys. And really the big difference was that third quarter where the Trojans outscored Frontenac 17-6. Kind of take a commanding lead. They held on to it throughout the fourth quarter, and they come away with a win. Let's take a look at some of our scoring totals. First, we do want to let you know that our post-game show is brought to you by Farmers Bank. They're proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Frontenac, I did it again. Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Not every word that starts with an F, Jess, is Frontenac. Trust me. I use other F words all the time.
Oh, yeah, like farmers.
Yes, farmers and first and fast and funny. Yeah. Anywho, let's take a look at some of those scoring totals brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car's anything short of totaled, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-74-7300. First for the Frontenac Raiders are led in scoring by Trey Kramer. He finished the game with 17 points. Gavin Witt-Yoon added 8. Caden Gatewood-O'Bray had 7. Vinny Collier had 3, Jake Wegner had 2, and Jaden Houghton added 1 point to round out the scoring for Frontenac. For Girard, they're led in scoring by Aiden Troike. He finished with 25 points. Colton Dressler and Ethan Brooks added 9 points each. Ranson Bourne had 7, and Scott Moore added 6 to round out the scoring for Girard. So big win tonight here at home for the Trojans. They improved to 7-1 on the season. Frontenac falls to 2-5. Frontenac back in action on January 23rd. Seems like a good amount of time from now. They're going to get a little bit of a break before they welcome in the Colgan Panthers for another rivalry game. Out of one rivalry and right into another one for Frontenac. For the Trojans, we're on the road next week, and it's the Lewisburg tournament for us, and we don't know who we're playing or when or where, but we know we'll have it for you here on Girard Sports Live.
Right, and
Rest assured.
Frontenac's hosting the tournament next week.
Ah, okay, so there we go.
Yeah.
And they just don't have those games listed on Max Preps because
they don't.
Surprise, surprise. Once again, Max Prep's not the most reliable source of information about high school basketball in the state of Kansas. Just get used to that.
Or stats.
Right.
Or scores.
Yeah, you name it. Or where the game's taking place, like if they've played.
But we do appreciate them having.
Yeah, it's handy.
Yep.
It's handy for sure. But tonight the Trojans with the big win over their rival, the Frontenac Raiders. And good one here tonight. A big third quarter for the Trojans, outscoring Frontenac 17-6 in the period. Kind of made it to where they were able to just kind of put it in cruise control for that fourth quarter and come out of here with a win despite a kind of a little bit of a run during that fourth quarter by Frontenac. Trojans able to weather it and get out of here with the dub. Now they look forward next week to the in-season tournament in Lewisburg, and I know they're looking forward to it more than we are, Jess.
I guarantee they are.
I guarantee it. If I could ride on the school bus up there and back and sleep the whole way, I might look forward to it too.
You know, that's an idea.
Yeah, riding the bus?
I might be able to pull that off.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Whatever. I got to drive myself. I live in Pittsburgh. With the Trojans come away with the win, we're going to be joined here before too long by Rod Westcott, coach of the Trojans. Comes away with the win tonight. And I imagine he's feeling pretty good right now, Jess. Anytime you can beat your rival, you're feeling pretty good. Here he is, sauntering his way over here. Don't hurry. No hurries.
He's got a lead, too. There's no reason to.
That's right. All right now we bring in head coach Rod Westcott of the Girard Trojans. I had your mic off there for your exchange with Jess, just in case.
And I'm breathing heavy after coming up the stairs, so I thought it'd be nice if I got a little breath there, but that's
Coach,
all right.
Buzzer beater to beat Riverton earlier this week, and then a win over Frontenac in pretty convincing fashion here tonight. And it's got to feel pretty good to get those two games out of the way as you get set for this tournament coming up next week.
Yeah, 2 league games, and that's always nice to come out with. But I thought our kids were really tuned in tonight, more so than we've been probably any other game this year, except for maybe the first game of the year. If we can bring that focus every night, good things are going to happen for us.
Yeah,
unfortunately, we don't always do that. So I told them, I said, guys, it can't be because it says Frontenac up here on the board that we're focused and tuned in. We need to bring that every night. So hopefully we can do that and learn from this and move on and continue to get better.
And a big win over a Frontenac squad that was really hungry for a win, coming in just 2-4. And, there's a lot of pride on Coach Barcelona's squad, and they really wanted to come in here tonight to get a win, and I thought your guys matched that level of intensity really well.
Yeah, we did. The kids played hard, and anytime we play each other, it doesn't matter what the records are. You might as well throw those out the window. I think last year, we beat them by 1 at third place, and they beat us in overtime here. So it's always a dogfight, and it will be again the next time we see them. And probably a good chance we could see them 3 times because they've got some nice pieces there. Thought our guys did a good job tonight, but we'll have to rack it up and go again here against them here in another month.
Now you guys went into the locker room with an 8-point lead, but I thought the third quarter really kind of told the tale of the game. You guys outscored them 17-6 in that period, and it really allowed you to kind of maybe try to slow things a little bit down and work the clock in that fourth quarter because you'd been able to build up a little bit of breathing room there.
Well, that was the plan. I didn't feel like we did a very good job of that there in the fourth quarter.
It was a bit up and down there.
It was a little ragged, and we weren't as clean as we need to be, but those are some things that we need to learn, and hopefully we'll get better at.
Well, you're looking forward to that tournament next week. What's that going to look like for you guys and your travel arrangements and whatnot?
We have a Thursday game. I think we play the 7 o'clock game Thursday night against Northeast. What are they? I can't remember now. The Northeast something or other. It's a home school out at Topeka. I do not know anything about them right now. And then we'll turn around and go back up, and I think we'll play a 5 o'clock game on Friday against Lewisburg. And Lewisburg will be tough. They've got some dudes, and we'll have our hands full there. But we got to get to work here this weekend and figure out who Northeast is, because I'm not sure too much about them yet. I haven't looked that far ahead.
Private schools, it could be really good or really bad.
Well, Coach Wucky's been on it. He's got the scout, so if it doesn't turn out right, we've got someone we can point the finger at, right?
Okay, there we go. As long as we got a scapegoat, we're ready.
He's doing a good job. He's got that stuff lined out, and he's got it in here on my desk. I just haven't looked at it yet.
Well, a couple big wins this week for your squad. Congratulations, Coach, and we'll see you next week on the road in Lewisburg. And is that cider mill still open?
No idea, bud.
Jess and I are trying to figure out something to do in Lewisburg.
You and Jess should go eat some donuts. That's what you guys need.
He wants a double Whopper from the gas station up there.
You're looking a little slim right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've never heard that.
Well, I figured BJ, doesn't he give you guys like some kind of a lunch ticket or something, you know?
No, we just get a swift kick is all we get from BJ usually.
BJ is dropping the ball here. I tell you what, we're going to have to talk to him about this.
Take care of your people. Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming up and joining us, and congratulations on the win tonight. That's head coach Rod Westcott of the Girard Trojans. Our post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Coach, don't ignore Brock here. He's got to get you for the Morning Sun, make you famous. Brock Sisney from the Morning Sun sitting here at the table with us tonight and covering this game for the paper. So Coach is going to drop some pearls of wisdom on him.
Right. And I do want to mention real quick before I forget that if you have nothing to do tomorrow morning in this freezing cold weather, Matt Side Wrestling Club is hosting a kids wrestling tournament.
And they wrestle indoors, right?
Yeah, they wrestle right here in this gym. And I'm telling you, if you've never been to a little kids wrestling tournament, it's the organized chaos thing you'll ever see in your life.
Oh, yeah? Better than little kids soccer where they run around bumping into each other?
Oh, this is twice. There'll be probably 15 matches going on all at one time, and ages from like 6 to 14. It is actually something to see.
All right. Well, what's the time on that again, Jess, tomorrow?
Starts in the morning.
Okay, in the morning.
Right.
Here at Ted Art Taylor. Check out some youth wrestling action.
Wrestling.
Do they wear the masks like the Mexican wrestlers?
No, they don't have turnbuckles.
No.
George Animal Steel.
Bring in the steel chair.
Right.
No, none of that. No cage match.
No cage match.
Darn it. Well, maybe next year.
Yeah.
No event is perfect, that's for sure. All right, well, we'll step away for another break. Come back here at Ted Art Taylor. Trojans get the sweep over the Frontenac Raiders. How sweet it is. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
The 20, the 15, the 10, 5, Colton McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
It's like in the net, and it'll be a point for Baldwin.
A first touch volley. The substituted
Forward, across the goal line, touchdown, Trojans.
At an opening on the near side, is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
Welcome back one final time to Ted Art Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans get the sweep tonight. The girls win 59-44 over Frontenac, and the boys win 56-38 to complete the sweep. But that's going to do it for us from here at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. For Jess Murphy, I'm Josh Lettner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.